passed out, and my laptop died.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes.
You can even get emails.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also we had a ton of rail cars come in yesterday, so I had to do a shit ton of paperwork and then a lot of directing. So I was very tired.
Well,
I had to do physical labor for the first time in months. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
All right,
All right.
tired. We
Well,
going.
Too tired.
well,
Pull out my sheet.
we can give Carrion a few minutes. See if he shows up.
You want me to at him?
Well, I can message him again. It's just like I said, I messaged him kind of like after the game a few times. I'll send him another one.
Aw. Carrion, we're worried about you.
But
I don't care if you don't come, but please tell us you're alive.
I miss my half-demon grandson. I wish for him to return home.
I baked you some blood cookies in the meantime.
Is it the one with the extra collagen?
why is this happening?
I put the skin flakes on top just like you like.
Ah, perfect.
Just
I don't
an
know what's
annoying
going
old
on
grandma
anymore.
that
Just this old couple that just is very supportive of their half demon grandchild.
Carrion's grandparents.
I'll be tripping me out right now. Yeah. Just real necromancer, that's lovely. You'd love my grandson.
Yes. See, our son made a deal with the devil, and when he had his first child, it turned out to be half devil. But we still love him with all the grace of Palor.
I don't see Palor's light much, but that's okay. We still love him.
Yes.
Palor should not be frowning upon the love of a grandmother.
Oh.
Alright, so Elduin, it's your turn to scribe this week. Are you okay scribing?
Yeah, I can do my best to jot down what's going on.
Cool.
You can do it, Elduin. I believe in you.
I appreciate the
Carrion's grandmother believes in you.
thank you, Granny Carrion.
That's my bard character if I die. It's gonna be like just like the picture, and I'm gonna be Grandma.
Hey, do you mind if we forcefully alter your backstory so your grandma's a bard? And that you were born out of a deal with a devil?
Possible.
But I still love him.
Anything's possible.
Let's go on an adventure with Grandmum.
Gale, you were the scribe last time, I believe, right?
Yes, I was.
Do you want to give us a quick recap?
Yeah, quick recap. I'll just hit bullet points.
That's fine.
So, we started off the day, we returned to town, clicked payment. Most of the group did not want to collect on that payment, and Carrion and Gale were very adamant that no, they wanted payment. Then we went to the inn, back to the Maplewood Inn. Marcus got called away. A new person came, our lovely necromancer friend, though we don't know that he's a necromancer yet. Yeah, then some people that worked for Blackwater came in. Clank pried more with them. People got scared off by Gale, which is normal. As night came around, the group needed to go talk. Ophelia came back from the Paler Shrine to, after helping some folk out there. Gale went out and investigated, or tried to investigate the cursed church. Was warned away from there. then everyone got back to the inn. We all talked about the newcomer helping him. We all decided, yeah. The next morning, we went out and to go investigate some marks on the map. We went and investigated them. Ended up finding a stash and eventually some old ruins. Got ambushed by some undead, and I think that's kind of where we ended all.
Well, you also found a secret tunnel,
Yeah, that
which I think the group was planning to go into.
Secret tunnel.
secret tunnel.
Zombie
Secret
hunting in
tunnel.
the secret tunnels.
Do we want to continue from there, or is there going to be a little bit more carry-on grandparents interaction?
I
We
think
can move
we kept
on.
that for the
Maybe a
pre-show.
little bit of both. All right,
We kept that for the pre-show.
that's just the pre-show. All right, fair enough.
There's dog hair in my water.
That's unfortunate.
I think you mean there's water in your dog hair.
Honestly, that second statement is more true when you live with a German Shepherd.
In Soviet Russia. All right, so you're going down the tunnel?
Yes.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
what the fuck? Did we decide that?
Well, you don't
Yes, we
have
did.
to. But I think that's what the group was wanting to do when we left. You could change your minds if you want to just leave this here.
Well, how's everyone
Dungeon.
feeling? Does
Gale's doing all right. He's got pretty much all of his hit points and all of his one more use of his teleport. So
I'm still
Hell.
good.
I guess I'd be okay. I have one more spell slot left, so we can.
Oh,
One
with a
raid
cleric,
left.
though.
with a cleric, you kind of want those spell slots.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gale. You took a lot of damage last fight. It took some effort to keep you up.
Well, I did offer to use the potions that I bought, but you insisted.
Still should have bought some on my own.
How you feeling, Edwin?
I was not expecting that giant skeleton, honestly.
That thing
Do
kind
you-
of fucked us up.
Do you
How
still
about
feel
this, if
ready for a
people-
fight?
Taylor, mind my language.
Mhm.
If people need a rest, how about we take some time and rest?
Well, I
had
think we
took a
are
short
ready.
Rest.
Well, if the short rest wasn't good enough, maybe we could find a spot to camp away from all the undead.
Maybe come back in the morning. Keep an eye
How
on
far-
it overnight.
How far are we from Chaur?
You are probably about a 6-hour walk or so.
Yeah.
Don't
You're
forget we
fairly
still have the
far.
cart.
Well, if we want to take a long
Frank will
rest,
go down.
The cart should be back at the barn where you left it, I believe, because remember, it doesn't go off-road. You have the mule with you, though.
We have Frank.
well, if we want to take a long rest, I can take a double shift. Keep my eye out for any undead or anything. Well,
Let's
the rest
explore
of you.
first.
Well, the point of the rest is to make sure everyone's at tip-top shape before we go and explore.
You saw the undead. Seems like they're definitely pouring out of here. So I think we should probably find a site where we can keep it. Maybe stay out of eyes, straight sight, but we can keep an eye on it and see if anything comes out during our rotations.
Or we cover if we're going to rest here. Cover hole so nothing comes out. And then we go in.
We could set up a trap.
Does anyone have perception over a 14?
Yes.
I have a 14.
You would notice that there are quite a bit of tracks in the area. So you would guess a decent number of undead have come out of this place.
Okay, I relay that to the team.
Do we want to travel a little further away?
I say our best bet is to go camp back out at the barn.
Clank
I
wants
like
to go
that idea.
into.
Well, we've seen that they went through the barn before. Who knows? They might
But-
go back again.
With how they ransacked everything and took everything out, I think they're pretty much done with that location.
Well, one of their numbers did escape.
Would I have something like a bell in my priest's pack?
Probably not. I mean, yeah, bell is a more specific thing. I'm not sure why a priest would have a bell. You could definitely buy a bell if you're in town, but I don't think you'd have one just normally.
Okay.
Well, I like the idea of us going back to the barn. Maybe take a long rest and then head back here.
And again, I
Alright.
can take a double shift on lookout. I don't need as much rest as the rest of you.
All right.
Oh, you're so handy.
Everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
All right then. Let's go.
All right.
And we're headed. Yeah.
You head out of this area and travel about an hour back to the barn.
On the way, is it possible, just as I say towards the beginning, do you think it's a good idea to cover our tracks?
By the way, it is about 2:40 in the afternoon, so you'll have to camp out at the barn for quite a while until you get to a long rest again.
That's good. They'll give me some time to start working with some of the essences.
Some downtime.
And yeah, I think we should cover our tracks, or try to.
That could
All right.
be you.
So if you want to cover your tracks, it'll take you 2 hours to get back, and I need up to 2 perception check or 2 survival checks from the group.
Yeah.
Guess
I
that's
can- I can roll for survival.
I have +3.
Yeah, I can also do.
Oof.
All right. Yeah. You think you did a pretty good job covering your tracks. So you would get back to the barn. Yep, the wagon's still there. It doesn't look like anyone's here right now.
All right.
Alright, and then, I guess you want to set up in shifts first? Gail, you want to take first shift?
I mean, I
Well,
can take first and second, but it feels.
Okay.
As Lou said, I think we're gonna have to burn some time anyway, so we'll have a ton of downtime, and then shifts will work.
Say, where's that ass of ours?
There are still a bunch of bodies here, I think, that were left
Oh.
behind. Or wait, no, that's right. When you got back, the ogres were still here, but the other bodies were gone. So the ogre bodies are kind of stinky. They were stinky before they were dead. Now they're even more so.
We
But
spent time fortifying. Just
I
in
laid a-
case.
I laid a stick of incense too and put it inside the barn.
all right. So you use some incense, making the place smell a little bit better. Are you just gonna go in the barn and wait out the? I think it's like 17 hours.
Because we have 17 hours.
Well,
Anyone want to explore?
you need to wait till 9 a.m. It's currently about 4:40, so yeah,
What was
it's
that
about
other-
17 hours.
Wasn't there another location we can go to, that other farm?
We think that may actually be their headquarters
Yeah.
instead of another farm.
6 hours away.
There is a third mark on the map, but it's quite a distance from here.
Yeah, I think we can probably just start our shifts and just wait the fast forward time.
Anyone want to gather food? Cook food? Eat food.
Which one here
I
is the
should
best
care.
yet?
You could-
Unfortunately, I'm. Go ahead.
You could go looking for food if you want. Someone wants to. It'd be a survival check.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not good at that.
I was going to start working
can
on
go.
converting some of the essences over.
All right, I'll go look for some food.
I'm gonna go with Ophelia.
How about you guys get some firewood too?
I can do that.
So converting the essence, you do still have enough time today to use a downtime day on it. How much are you converting? How much of the essence are you converting to,
I have the skeletal minotaur essence. I was gonna just focus on that for now. It's 10 gold worth.
just 10 gold?
That's what you told me to mark it down as, was just
Alright.
10 gold worth.
Sure, that's probably not going to take that long then.
Well, then I also have some ogre essence that I could convert.
So anything you want to convert, go ahead and just put it in the chat, the value. And give me a survival check from the people who went hunting. Okay, so both of you give me a d8 roll plus your wisdom modifier.
D8. Cool.
+3, so 5.
Alright.
And
Oh wait, did you go together or separately?
I was gonna follow Ophelia, stay with them.
So
With
together.
her.
Alright. So you two would discover a bunch of berry bushes and find about 5 days worth of unpreserved rations.
Okay.
Ophelia, good job.
Gale,
Job, Frank.
Gale, give me an alchemy check.
You give me a second. Okay, supplies. Use tool. Ooh, that's good. 19.
So you get about 5 gold pieces of religious components, religious components, and 10 gold pieces of nature components out of the things you converted.
Alright.
Yeah, Ophelia would get back with the food. Is anyone else doing anything?
And firewood.
Yeah, you're just collecting like sticks that you find.
Sticks and twigs,
Yeah,
fallen
maybe a few
trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
fine.
bigger pieces, and we have the bag of holding.
Yeah, you
Did
can.
we search this house yet?
Yeah, we
I
searched
think,
it last
yeah,
time
yeah.
we were here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I
But
believe
it looked
so.
like there had been people here, so I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough of that house. Maybe cast detect magic beforehand.
All right. No, the house looks the same. You don't think they put anything new in here. You do think there were people in here since you searched the place, but
Cool.
everything looks as it was. They didn't
Uh,
hide anything.
Cool. I would be looking for like notes or handwritten things.
No, nothing seems
Cool.
new. It would be, and you think it would be kind of dangerous to try to leave messages in a place that had been, attacked by the enemy and wasn't secure, because then someone could find them. So you don't think they've been back since last you looked, but yeah, you think you would guess the night after you attacked them, someone came here and might have been looking around for something. So what are the rest of you doing?
Elder
Or-
One's just gonna help set up just like firewood.
Okay, so are you lighting the fire inside the barn, like indoors?
Yes. I
Okay,
think that's the best idea if you guys are okay with it.
I assume
That way it's
you're
not out in
leaving the
open.
windows and doors open then.
Is
Yeah.
there a way that I can help them make like as minimal as of a smoke, or just as much of a smokeless fire as possible?
Not generally. I mean, I don't think you can really reduce the amount of smoke a fire makes.
Well, depending on the woods you use and the type of kindling.
I mean, I guess you could make probably survival check if you wanted to try to use knowledge of making campfires. But, I mean,
Yeah.
there's still going to be smoke regardless, so you definitely would have to have windows and doors open.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to minimize it as much as possible.
So, I mean, you're kind of working with what's around here. You
Yeah.
don't have too much of a choice as to what you burn because you just kind of have to use what they collected.
Fair enough.
You would think that it might even be a better idea not to start a fire if you can help it, because that would make it very obvious someone was in the barn. Even from a distance, you could see the smoke coming up.
I agree with that last sentiment.
Me too.
It'll be a little colder, but I mean, I assume you have bedrolls and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave mine. Yeah, I forgot. I gave mine to Matt.
And the berries
Man,
don't
berries.
require fire to cook.
Okay. All right. So I guess no fire.
All right.
Come back and share the berries with everybody.
Are you ready to just pass time then?
I'm ready.
Okay. So
Ready.
time is passing. You said someone is keeping a watch.
Yeah, Gale will keep watch, saying that he doesn't
The
need as
first
much
two.
time.
Are you
And then
watching
we'll
outside the barn or like from a window or something? How are you watching?
I'll kind of rotate. I'll spend the first shift looking out the window, and the second shift kind of keeping a perimeter around.
All right. The rest of you are inside, I assume.
Clank. Yeah. So
Could I
Clank
kind
would
of
watch
climb onto the like peak of the barn and just chill up there, like a bird would?
Sitting on the roof. Are you trying to hide up there or just kind of sit up there and keep a lookout?
Just chill like a bird.
Like a huge crow man? All right.
Yeah.
Like a weather vane.
So time is passing. Afternoon turns to evening, and evening is turning to nightfall. Gale is kind of keeping watches. You all eat the berries, and at some point you are turning in for the evening. So it's about midnight now. Who is on? Well, let me see. You have a watch rotation, right?
I would say
Yeah.
Gale takes the first two. We'll just go in line, right?
I'm pretty sure we do
Sal,
have a watch
Clank, me.
rotation.
Well, I think you have one set up already.
Yeah, it's in the Google Sheets.
Okay. You all have access to that, right?
I do.
Matt,
I don't know if
can you
anybody
make
else
that,
does.
Matt? Again?
Hang on.
I don't remember this since we were just the three of us, but
Watch rotation. Oh yeah, it's only Clank, Ophelia, and Marcus in the watch rotation.
Alright, so you might want to put the others in. Just keep in mind that night is the darkest, and evening and morning have some light.
so at night we should put our people that have any kind of dark vision, which I think
Yeah.
just is it just Gale?
So is that Gale?
Am I the
And,
only person that has dark vision?
Generally, for watches,
Carrion does.
you want to have, if you can help it, you want to have at least one person on each watch that has a decent perception. Because perception and dark vision, especially at night, play into how well you can see threats coming or set up an ambush if there's someone in the area or something.
So I should probably be in the middle of the night then too, Matt.
I mean, for level 2, I have a decent perception.
I got a pass at 15. I think you're right behind me at 14, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you might want to split
so
you two
we
up.
should both of us. Yeah.
Cool. So who's going when?
So I guess it'd be Gale. Be taking.
Night watch.
I guess what's before night? Is it just night?
It's evening, night, and dawn.
Evening. So I guess the evening and night would go
Or
to
morning.
Gale, and then it would be Ophelia. If he's taking 2 watches.
Yeah, I can do
Gale's.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so who is on evening watch?
I will volunteer for that.
You can put Galen twice into the watch, Matt.
Yep.
Help if I pulled up the right sheet.
Galen twice, you say? Ophelia, when's your watch? Are you doing evening?
Yeah, I'll be night.
Oh, does
Night.
Gale have meditation? Can Gale take 2 watches?
Yep.
He's an elf, I think.
Oh, he's
I'm an
elven.
elf.
Got it. Alright, so yeah, that's fine then.
And then Elduin in the morning. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
not Marcus. Marcus ain't here no
Jarian.
more.
Malivius.
Marvelous.
Or
Yeah.
Thal.
Malivius.
I don't see Thal on there anywhere. Oh, there he is. Olivius. Alright, so evening watch. Clank and Gale. So you guys are, well, I assume Gale's up by the window keeping an eye out. Clank is up on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And you would both notice torches far off in the distance near the woods to the west of you. Or west of the house. Give me an active perception check. Like somewhere over here.
Well, my sheet is having a lovely time.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
There it is. Okay. I
16. What do you have?
21.
So you think you see at least 7 individuals moving through the wooded area to the west of you. It's hard to see much about them because it's dark and there's a lot of trees, but there's definitely someone with torches over there. You don't think they're coming towards the barn. It looks like they're sort of heading northeast of their location. What do you want to do?
What you want to do? I see torches.
You're up on the roof right now.
Oh.
He's
They're not
inside.
heading- They're not heading towards us. They're heading towards the right.
So I guess Clank, you'd come back inside and you'd probably already see Gale looking out the window at what you saw.
If they're not coming towards us, just try to keep a low profile.
Should we go scout? See who they are.
You wouldn't want to draw attention to here. I have a feeling this place has already been combed over a few times. So if nothing on the exterior changes, why would they think anything on the interior changes? Just watch them. If they get closer, then we can try to intercept. But just keep an eye on them.
Alright,
I guess. I'll climb back up on top of the roof.
I would recommend you staying here.
No.
Better them not see you trying to shuffle back on there.
Okay.
Alright, so you watch them for a bit, and they disappear somewhere to the north. Yeah, kind of farther off into the woods. You see the light still for a bit, but yeah, then it's kind of gone. Your shift would pass, and you would wake up the next people, Ophelia and Gale. Do you want to tell them what you saw?
Yeah, I'll tell Ophelia what we saw.
Okay. I guess technically it's still your shift, so it'll just be Clank going to bed. Alright. So if no one does anything, which it sounds like no one's doing anything, the night will pass. So go ahead and long rest.
Ooh.
Endo, you got 5 days of food, right? So I think that fed the whole party. So you didn't have to worry about rations.
Hopefully.
So it is 9 a.m. in the morning. The kind of smell of dew on the air and a bit of a chill is coursing through the barn. You might be a little bit cold, but everyone had proper blankets and everything, so you're all feeling fine. What does the group want to do?
Apparently, Ophelia wants to toll the dead to get
Hunt
us all up.
zombies.
Dong.
Let's go explore.
Dong,
cave.
dong.
Elwin's kind of wakes up like, what?
Oh, I assume he didn't actually cast that. It is the 90th of summer at 9 a.m. What do you do?
You see Malavia's already outside, just sitting on the ground reading a book.
I cast it just for the bell sound to wake everyone up.
You generally have to target a creature. It's the
Okay, never mind.
necrotic energy. It's sort of like a sound effect of the spell happening. It's kind of
Okay.
weird.
Like how knock creates an audible knocking sound for 500 feet.
Yeah.
That's
You don't think it was necessary, but whoever created the spell put that as part of the magic for whatever reason.
Gotcha.
Wizards are
Alright.
often eccentric.
I casted
Damn
it because
right.
I'm ready to go, guys.
I guess we should go to the rooms that we found yesterday.
yes,
Right.
I'm quite interested to
Investigate
see what's
there.
in there.
Alright, so you get your things together, and you head north. Following the path back to where you were yesterday, you would find that the supplies you had uncovered that you left behind are gone.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't leave any supplies. We took
took them.
supplies.
Did you take the whole supply cache?
I believe we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all
And
the
we put
food
it
and
on
everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't actually. I remember you guys leaving a bunch of it behind because you couldn't carry it all.
I remember. I don't think we took all the weapons and stuff. I think we took some of the.
We may have left some of the weapons behind.
Yeah. So all the
We
weapons
loaded
and
the ramp up
armor.
with what we could, but
Yeah.
we were trying to debate leaving a note in its place to like throw them off, and we never did that.
Yeah.
Because that note was pretty much unnecessary.
But yeah, it looks like someone came to take the rest of the supplies last night because all the weapons and armor are gone.
Okay.
But you would still find the tunnel. It looks undisturbed.
Any changes at all? Like any new footprints?
When you get close to the tunnel, you would notice something new. It looks like there is a streak of blood going across the ground near the tunnel, and it goes down into the darkness as if something was bleeding and pulled in here.
Ooh.
I have a
that's
bad
horrible.
feeling about this, guys.
That's a little ominous.
Just a
Well,
little.
Well,
All
you're
right,
the
well,
ones
I'm
that
ready.
wanted to investigate.
Halo,
Right.
guide us.
I have your back.
Elwin's gonna look a little uncomfortable and just like take a deep breath in, like, let's.
This
Sure.
definitely wasn't here yesterday.
yeah.
You want to take the lead, Elduin? I mean, you're the biggest out of all of us.
Clank can go first.
Actually, medicine or alchemy might tell you something about the blood.
Alchemy?
Let's see.
I'd use the alchemy.
Before we head in, I want to cast mage armor myself.
Alright, so you cast mage armor at about 10 o'clock a.m., so that'll last 8 hours.
14 for the alchemy.
Cast it.
You would guess this is human blood. Or at least a humanoid. Someone was killed and drug in here last night. Maybe it had something to do with those lights.
Yep.
And maybe whoever was getting the supplies.
Everyone just be cautious.
I feel
Never
the
know.
spirits are angry.
So you
Well-
head down the stairs.
Yeah.
I will be all the way in the back.
Guys, you want me to go first? I'll quiet. I can scout.
I'm not complaining.
Sure.
We'll take a roll up in the middle, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Clank, Eldwin, Gale, then Ophelia,
Ophelia, Val.
then Thal.
You stay far back. You guys make lots of noise.
Is anyone lighting a torch?
I got dark vision, and I don't want to give away any of our position.
Well, I know
Yeah,
Mole
I'm gonna
doesn't
light a
because I just
torch.
pulled him onto the map and he can't see, I think.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would
I
need to
can't
light
see
a torch.
anything.
I
Yeah, I
have a
can't-
torch. Eldwin has a torch.
I have
Oh,
a
or
torch
maybe
too,
I
but-
just didn't set him to have any sight. That's probably it. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
fix
I don't think
this.
any of us have sight right now.
All right.
Guys, it's dark in here.
So Mole, let me save your token so I don't have to keep doing this.
Gotcha.
Mole, 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 mole.
Malevious. I try to make the name as evil and like villainy as possible, even though he's not evil.
All right.
Yeah,
Malevius,
That's
oh,
what-
that's such a Paloric sounding name.
I know,
that's
right?
what all necromancers say. I'm not evil, but
I'm
Elduin,
not
did you
evil,
say
but-
you lit a torch?
Yes, I have a torch,
Alright.
and I would like to light it.
So expend one of your torches as the
Okay.
room is lit. You come
And then
downstairs.
I
Gale,
can't. There you go.
Carrion's not here. Ophelia. And Hammer. So you come down into a stone chamber. The blood smear goes across the floor towards the south. In the south, you see there is a strange looking. There's a strange looking, like circular thing of runes that seems to be broken. And yeah, past there you don't know. Even though someone clicked on the door and opened it.
Do that.
Yeah,
Close
don't
it.
open the doors till you're actually opening them.
Yep.
Because some of
Yeah.
them are not locked.
Oh, the door moved by itself.
Yeah. So other than that, there are some symbols in this room. And you
yeah.
see over the door. Does anyone speak Elven?
Eldwin does.
You would hope that the elf does.
Yeah, I do.
Ophelia does too, yeah.
So it's an older form of Elven. Do you have history?
I do.
Yes.
History
Well,
might
I
tell you
speak Elven.
something
Yes.
if you speak Elven.
Okay.
22.
This is
Oh,
a
shit.
very
Right.
old place. You would guess this is probably 11th cycle, close to 4,000 years old. And in Elven, it says Hadrox is beyond.
Hadrox is beyond. Do I know what Hadrox is?
What is Hadrox?
It's pretty obscure. DC 25 history, you might.
Worth a shot.
Is he
Nope.
a fae?
No, it's
All
not fair.
right.
So yeah,
DC 25 history?
you would guess it's
Yeah.
some sort of
I think I can hit that.
maybe like old like maybe a noble or some kind of old like warlord. It's hard to know for sure. Although it's Elven, so it's probably something more related to wooded areas, or yeah, there's a whole lot of different things it could be.
Gotcha. Yep.
Could I check this circle? What sort of magic, or I guess, yeah, if there's any, would want to run and see if my experience in Arcana tells me anything about what the circle is all about.
Yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana check. You aren't sure. You would guess it may have been some sort of sealing circle that was broken.
Can I try? An Arcana?
Sure.
Oh, that might seem worse.
Yeah. It looks like protected magic, so you would concur with what Clank thought.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hmm.
What is my hunter?
Danger melee beyond.
Okay. Does one of us want to check that door? See where it leads?
Good idea.
Clink.
I'm going to. You all want to step back in case something bad happened?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that circle.
Gale will just have his silver sword prepared.
I'll check the handle to see if it's unlocked.
The door is unlocked, so you push the double doors open.
I am gonna do that.
Alright, go ahead and click on the door. So as you open the door, you would see movement in the hallway. I think some of you can see, maybe others can't, but there is a...
I see a little bit of a skeleton token starting to pop through. It's very faint.
Yeah, so in the darkness, you would see a old-looking set of bones standing there, which sort of turns towards you as it sees the door open and pulls a bow off of its back. Give me initiative rolls.
Oh boy.
God, I would
Well,
love.
make sure your token is selected before you roll too.
Yes.
And don't pull your token onto the map in random places either.
Sorry, that was my fault.
That's fine.
God.
Luckily,
Not
there was
great
nothing
This
over
is
there.
why we can't have anything nice, Mikey.
just fucking shit up by accident. Initiative.
I need to.
Alright, initiative.
Oh my god, dude.
When the healer goes first.
Dude, I've been every fucking initiative. I'm like top 3. It's been absurd.
I know.
Initiative rolls.
Well, it's good. I mean, if I was a healer, I always prefer to be like kind of middle. That way, it gives you a chance to like either prep your second hit, the people below you, or heal the people above you, depending on the criticality of everything. But everyone's different.
Alright, Ophelia, you get to go first.
All right. Door's open, so I can see through the door. I don't think I can quite see. I can't see the skeleton.
That would make sense, because I don't think you have dark vision.
No.
So you'd only see where the torchlight goes. You would definitely hear something moving around over here.
If I can, like, get a little bit. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna come right through the door and sit right here in the light for what I can see is a little bit in front of me, and then take a reaction of dodge.
Alright, you take the dodge action.
And my turn.
We need our artificer to make some goggles of night for our non dark vision friends.
Right.
So you would see this guy here kind of taking aim, but you would also hear movement as a creature or another one of these things with a sword and shield comes around the corner and walks towards you. He is going to basically walk up and try to shank you with his broken sword. He stabs at you, but luckily you are ready, putting your shield out to block. That's it for him. This one will fire at you because you're in front and he's not all that bright. Pew! 22 becomes a 15, and that would miss. Because you're dodging, right? Oh, make sure you mark yourself as dodging.
Which one is the dodging?
It is this one.
Thank you.
Clank, you get to act.
Cool. I am going to pull out a dart and throw it at that guy.
Alright, so you flick a dart towards the one who's trying to stab Ophelia. 13 would... I think that hits. Yeah, because he's not very well armored. He just has pieces of armor still stuck to him. So yeah, that would strike.
Cool.
Doing 4 points of piercing.
then I'll scoop back here
All right,
and yell, "They're skeletons!"
Gale.
Gotta make sure I can plan the route properly. Yeah. Alright, that works.
Remember, if you pick up your token, you could press Q to measure as you're moving it. You can, like, make waypoints, too. You press Q, Alright, so you rush forward,
Oh, that's cool.
and attack that guy.
Yep.
So as Clank steps back, you come running up with your sword.
That's cool.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's,
No,
does it have to-
go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna make a joke,
Witcher.
but yeah, I was gonna say, does it have to deal with undead being a skeleton? Because I get advantage on everything else that deals with undead, except fucking
Attacking. Yeah, it would see you coming and raise its shield as there's a loud clang, a bunch of dust falling off the shield. Is that it for you?
Can I bonus action 2-weapon fighting, pull a dagger out, and try to shank it?
Yeah, sure. So with your item interaction, you draw a dagger and stab at it with your offhand attack.
That's natural 20.
Oh, by the way, I have been permitting people to use the D&D 1 fighting rules for dual wielding, just because I think they're more balanced with Great Weapon Master. So
I don't pay no attention to that.
basically, it's just you just get an extra attack. You don't have to use a bonus action, so it's just like an upgrade, basically, if you have 2 weapons.
Cool.
I don't think you get your damage,
No,
like your
I don't get the modifier. I just get the normal damage die. So that is 4 points of piercing damage. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
All right, you stab the skeleton, cracking several ribs as you have wounded him. That's it for you.
That is all. EOT.
So this guy is going to pull out his bow and aim at Gale. Luckily, you have cover from the skeleton, giving you a +2 to your AC. Dunk.
18.
Oh, well, Deadeye Skeleton. You are crit for 7 points of damage. Didn't you crit Ophelia too?
Every fight you pull this shit.
That's what you get for not dodging, I guess. So yeah, you get an arrow. Luckily, your armor took most of it, but it did pierce a little bit, doing some damage to you. That is it for the skeleton, and it's now Elduin.
So Elduin's gonna rush up towards the. Let's see, do I have enough room? Yeah, it's gonna rush up towards the entryway, the door where Gale and Ophelia are. Be like, "What's going on here?"
Oh, also religion might. If anyone has religion, you can use a bonus action to try to know more about these because they're undead. All right, so you rush up.
Then I'm going to equip my dagger, and after that, I'm going to also take the dodge action.
All right, so you get behind Gale, dodging. Thal.
Okay.
Called tit for tat. A natural 20 for a natural 20. It's how it's the balance of the world.
Exactly.
Deal with it, Ophelia. I'm a blood hunter. God, I feel like an asshole.
I'm gonna move over here just to sidestep, and I am going to cast a magic missile on this guy.
Alright, so you trace your finger through the air as 3 little dots appear, streaking towards the skeleton.
Gotcha. So I basically just press magic missile 3 times.
No, you just press it once.
Oh, okay.
15 points of damage, because all the magic missiles do the same. So the first one sends his arm flying off, Second one cracks his rib, and the third one explodes his skeletal
Oh.
skull. And he
Nice.
just
You
falls
see a
back.
thumbs up from Gale.
Nice, Thal. Does that burn a spell slot?
That does.
Yes.
First
Shot.
level spell. Anything else, Mole?
Nope. He's just going to sit there and look pretty.
Okay. So you see another skeleton come around the corner, moving up towards the group. 10, 15, 20, 25. He is going to lunge at Gale, trying to grab you. So he's using athletics. You can use athletics or acrobatics.
Better. My acrobatics is better. That's a natural 20 again for 24.
Alright, so he pulls at you, but you just sort of knock him back and he's unable to grab you. Ophelia.
Also, may I ask a question? At the
No.
end of this session, no, I'm going for it anyways. At the end of the session, may I redistribute some points? Because holy fucking shit, I need to do it.
What do you mean redistribute points?
I just want to switch my I decided I'm going to go wisdom based, and I just want to switch my intelligence for my constitution. Just be average intelligence so I can have more hit points.
How old is the character? Like 3 sessions? Probably. We can talk about it.
Alright.
Alright, so Ophelia, you're up. What do you want to do?
All right.
I
I
just feel
am
so bad.
going to cast Emboldening Bond. Spells. Hold on, I'm gonna link it. Oh, nope, it's not under spells. Sorry. It's under my thingy. If I can find it, my goodness.
I just
Okay,
feel so
there we
bad
go.
putting Ophelia in the position of always needing to heal me because I have so little hit points.
Alright. So you use your channel divinity. When you guys long rested, you got your 1 hit die back, right? Or sorry, 2 hit die because you're level 4.
No, level 3, so we only got 1.
Oh, right.
Only level 2.
Yes,
We're
you're
only
right.
level 2.
Sorry, I was thinking of my other Tuesday game. You're correct. So you got 1 hit die back. All right. So you emboldening bond on who?
That is going to be Elduin and the Gale.
Okay.
Galazi.
So
And
Alduin and Gale. All right. I'll mark you guys because I got the list in front of me.
oh, thank you. And as a bonus action, I am going to do a wisdom or religion check on these guys.
All right. Give me a religion roll. Even though these are quite common, for some reason you're not recalling your courses on undead. Unfortunate. All right. Anything else?
That's it. Wait, real quick. Can I move on to the spot of the dead skeleton?
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain.
So, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll move on top of.
All right. So you spend
top
10
of
feet
that
of
guy.
movement, moving over there.
And that's my turn.
All right. This guy, seeing you step forward, is going to fire at you. Dunk. Nope. He would miss. Reloads, getting ready to shoot again. Clank.
That's a crit fail.
Are you muted,
Sorry,
Clank?
muted. I'm gonna pop out.
Yeah.
5, 10. Dart that guy. Or well, actually, I'm gonna acid splash that guy.
All right. You cast Acid Splash.
Hopefully, I do that. I swear I haven't rolled above a 1 with this in a couple weeks.
You haven't rolled hot, Matt.
Caught off guard, taking 1 acid damage as you flick a little acid spittle at it.
Take that. And Ophelia, why are you straddling that skeleton? And then I'll pop over there.
Okay.
Getting a voyeur shot of.
Gale.
He's dead. Stop it, guys. You're gonna embarrass me.
What is this, like an anime right now? Hee hee. What are you gonna do, Gale?
I'll just take a swing at the other skeleton.
You
All right.
your moldering bond.
So you
Yeah,
slash.
I will add a D4 to it.
Okay.
Just because. Just in case. That's the wrong weapon.
Go ahead, click for
Is-
the click for the sword.
Yep, and
13 and a D4.
What is this
15?
guy's voice in this music?
15
I like
will strike.
Cool.
So you cut him for 11.
points of
Good.
slashing.
Alright, so you crack several ribs as you slash into him, and he is near death but still up.
Then I will just, again, 2-weapon fighting, just use the dagger.
Yeah, stab.
16.
Yeah, that will
Nice.
strike, which will bring him down.
Yep, 3 points of damage.
Alright, anything else?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Alright, the skeleton will fire at Ophelia as she is in the front. Thunk. Nope, hits your shield. Elduin.
So, let's see, Elden's gonna move up towards this skeleton right here, and it's gonna attack this guy with his little knife.
Okay.
I will be adding D4 to the roll as well. All right, give me a sec.
Yeah, 15's gonna strike him.
All right. Just one moment. I just gotta double check something. Okay, there we go. All right.
So you stab him for 5 points of damage. As it stumbles back, does not look wounded yet, though.
Right. And after that, that'll be my turn.
So your turn ends, and you would hear a piercing screech coming from this way now. And you hear footsteps.
Eldon kind of shits his pants.
Moly! You probably all heard that. It was pretty loud.
I will. I guess the skeleton probably has cover from Elduin. If I try chill touch.
Yeah. Skeleton has light cover.
Okay. I'll go for that one then, since he hit him.
Okay. So you cast Chill
10.
Touch. Unfortunately, that would not be enough, and the spell would strike your ally, who luckily has
no.
high enough AC that it does not affect him.
Oh.
Hits him in the back.
Eldon kind of turns like, "What was that for?"
No, it didn't hurt him.
Okay, good.
You would have had to have beat his AC to actually hit him.
Misfire! And I'll just, go over to this point right.
Okay.
That's it.
At the end of his turn, a creature comes rushing around the corner. Which you... Oh, I guess you wouldn't see it because you don't have dark vision. But you hear a screech from the darkness to, as I said, to your east over here. That is it for Mole. New round. A creature menacingly steps forward. It has a long tongue and very large claws. as well as spiky teeth.
Oh shit.
No.
He
It,
looks
yeah.
friendly.
it comes rushing down the hall, seeing poor Elduin, and is going to lunge at you. So, this thing smells hideous. It is going to do a claw attack on you. 13, luckily. Oh, does that? No, actually, I think that hit you.
Yep, that will hit.
Oh,
Alright, so it lands a claw attack, dealing 12 slashing.
oh,
And I need a con save as you feel your muscles starting to tighten up.
Right.
ooh.
Where? Why is this not? Oh, here it is.
You're starting
go.
to think you found what killed that guy. Ooh, you are paralyzed.
Oh,
Affected by paralysis.
For 1 minute? Holy shit.
So that is it for the ghast. Here, I'll put paralysis on you. One minute.
Bro.
Alright. The skeleton goes. He is dead. Ophelia. So you see this new undead screeching as it slashes your ally, who almost seems to stiffen up for some reason. And it screams at him as if it's about to jump on him.
Right.
Yep. Sorry, I'm debating what to do here.
Kill him.
Okay,
No,
first thing
no.
I'm gonna do is cast Guiding Bolt on the ghast.
Alright, so you chant. Oh, good shot. It would definitely hit. So go ahead and let me see the spell description. Yeah, so he is struck. Give me a damage roll. Oh, a nice shot. So he is just seared by this bolt, and it turns towards you, screaming at you as if it's about to charge you.
Okay. As a bonus
Oh,
action.
and it is lit up, giving advantage to the next attack on it.
As my bonus action,
I'm sorry, Ophelia.
well, I'm stuck between casting Sanctuary on you, so they would have to attack me, but he's already looks like he's gonna attack me. Or do I cast Shield of Faith and give myself +2 AC? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Cast Shield of Faith as my bonus action on myself.
Alright, so you
So what do I
begin.
mark it with? Sorry.
You just mark yourself as concentrating. There's no timer, so you just have to know that you're concentrating on it, because this is a 10-minute.
Concentrating is the. Hold on, let me find it.
It's in alphabetical order, so.
The guy has a headache.
Thingy. The guy having an epiphany. Okay.
Alright.
And I am going to move up right in front of the ghast.
Alright. So that is it for you. The skeleton here looks at Ophelia, looks at Elduin. He's gonna pull out his sword and he's gonna try to shank Elduin. His little broken sword.
Sure. Go for the cripple. Low blow.
I think 14 would strike.
yep.
So you are stabbed. Well, not that bad. It gets you for 3. Luckily, your armor took most of it. Clank.
Let's see. Woo! Haha! I am going to. I know that one guy's got advantage on him. I'm
This
throwing
one.
that thing. Yeah, I'm throwing that thing on all 3 of them. If I can.
Fairy fire. Alright, so you chant Making
I
an
don't want to get Ophelia or
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You make an explosion of color, which they must deck save. So the skeleton would fail. He is granting advantage. The ghast is going to fail. He is also granting advantage. And the skeleton, the second skeleton. Yep, they all failed. So they are all colored in a colorful bunch of lighting. Mark yourself as concentrating. And 1 minute timer, please. Actually, I'll put the
Okay.
timers on them. Because they're the ones with the effect.
Cool.
Uh,
Concentration.
anything else?
I am going to yell, "Get him!"
Yeah, and you just have to remind
there.
people that they are very fired.
Cool.
Alright, Gale. So everyone at the end of the hallway is all lit up.
You should not be able to miss Gale. You got advantage and D4 on everybody.
So, when something says no action beside it, what does that mean? I've heard it's a bonus action, it's a free action.
What are
it's-
you talking about?
So
what-
my blood maledict.
Yeah, if it's no action, then you can just do it. Lengthy ability?
Can the
You're all breaking up. You sound like a robot. So you can use it, and then you have to finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. You can use it twice between rests, starting at 6, but you're not 6 level. So which curse do you have? I can't understand you. Is anyone else hearing that, or is it just me?
He says
Yeah.
he gives D4 to all of his attacks.
Yeah, to all my like damage rolls.
Curse of the Mark. So
Oh.
he gets a D4 to all of his damage rolls.
So you mark something, or
Yep,
which one are you
Yes.
marking?
I mark the ghast because that's the only one that.
Do you have the description of the specific blood maledict you're using? can link
Let me
that.
see if I can find it.
Lou, can you hear him just fine now?
I can hear him now, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Alright, so that is a bonus action.
Yeah,
To use that one. So
Yeah,
which
for-
one are you marking?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I marked the ghast.
Okay, so he is marked with your blood maledict. Curse of the Marked.
Then
If you
I would
have
like
3 things giving advantage, does that offer anything or no?
No, you can only benefit
Okay.
once.
Okay.
and then I would like to. Can I throw a dagger over Phelia's shoulder at the ghast?
Oh yeah, you certainly can. So you hurl a dagger past her.
As an action. That is the first roll. Second roll. Yeah, I'll take the 18.
I think you have to take the higher one. So yeah, 18 will strike, stabbing the creature in the chest for 8, wounding it as it screeches, a bunch of blood dripping out. You want robotic for me again? Is that just my internet? Can everyone else hear him okay? Or did I just lose my internet? Can you all hear me? Oh, now you're all going robotic. I think it must be me. Uh-oh. Alright, stop doing that. I feel like I'm losing my mind. hearing like weird screeching noises. Okay, it normalized. It must be me. There must be some weirdness going on.
Yeah,
it's you.
we established that.
All right, so Gale, you threw your dagger.
DOT. Yeah, so total of 10 damage.
Another 2. All right. That would actually put it to near dead. But it is still up. All right, the skeleton will go. So he's all filled with colorfulness. He is going to see that your barbarian is frozen. He's going to take aim at him with advantage.
I fucking knew I should have casted.
Dunk.
So
Oh, crit.
Ooh.
8 points of damage, and unfortunately that would bring him down.
Oh no!
Was he not raging?
I don't
No,
think so.
I don't
Because
think
he wasn't
was.
he wasn't expecting the gas to come rushing down the hall.
Oh no.
Yeah.
After that, the skeleton is going to draw his sword. And come walking 10, 20, 25 to here and end its turn. So Elduin, you think the skeleton walks past you as everything goes blurry and you're like laying there breathing hard. Give me a death save. Can't really
boy.
make out what's going on.
Um,
Oh, and you have a level of exhaustion. Yeah, you're okay. So you stave off death another round. And that is it for you. I think you get another paralysis save.
okay.
Because you're technically still paralyzed.
Yep. I'll do that.
And you have to make another one for the stench. Not that that
Okay.
matters much. Yeah, so you are immune to the stench. And you're
Okay.
not dead, you're just unconscious. You don't have to X yourself.
Okay, cool.
That is it for Elduin. Val, what do you want to do?
All right. I can't do much. Oh well.
This guy's in and should be in your range now.
Yeah. But I really want to take out that ghast.
It's probably a good call. The gas
have
does have
advantage?
heavy cover, though, because it has 3 people
Yeah.
in front of it now. So it'd have plus 4 to his AC.
Well, I still have 1 slot left, so I want to cast Magic Missile.
There
again.
you go.
Alright.
I don't need to hit him. Magic Missile automatic.
Magic missile at the darkness. Alright. Alright, so you zap the ghast for 6 damage. It screams at you as you think you may have broken its arm, but it's still alive.
Damn. Finish it off, people. And I'm going to sit right there still. I'm not going to move.
Alright, the gas goes. It is going to screech, lunging at Ophelia. Ooh, 21.
If it's a tie, it's a hit, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So you are clawed even with all your defenses. The thing's too quick, getting past, doing 13 slashing.
Ooh.
Wow.
And I need a con save.
Ow.
First for the paralysis,
All right.
as you fight against your muscles getting all up. Yeah, you made it, so you're not paralyzed. And now for your concentration on your shield.
Is that a con save as well?
Yes. Okay, yeah, you hold your spell. And you might want to mark yourself as near dead, since you are very wounded now.
Oh, shit.
Ophelia, it's your turn.
Yo, a woman.
Heal me.
What to do here? What to do? Shit. Was not expecting this coming off here. All right. What's the near death symbol? Sorry, let me.
It's a skull and crossbones. It's like the first one.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. What to do here? Oh boy.
This Ghast is getting some really lucky rolls. Oh, and give me another con save, because it smells really bad.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Keep forgetting. Ooh, alright, so you are overcome by the stench as you begin retching and almost vomiting. You're poisoned until the start of its next turn, which is basically, I think, just disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Look at all those.
That's not a bad
stack up.
poison.
Bleh. Ugh.
Oh, what did fucking do? Sorry.
Heal yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so
This is-
I am going to cast my channel divinity, Balm of Peace.
Alright. So
I am-
you.
Literally, I am already within 5 feet of the people I want to heal. That's everybody. So I don't even need to move.
Are you still paralyzed, or did you make your save?
He made the save.
Alright, you can take the paralysis off you.
Okay.
Alright, so you touch the 3 of them and yourself. Are you going to move
Yeah.
at all?
No, I don't need to.
So give
I'm staying where
me
I'm at.
2d6 plus your wisdom for each of them.
That's 5 for. That's 8 total for, I guess, Gale, and then for Elduin,
Back up the
It's-
phone.
11, and then for me is 10.
Alright, so you touch the 3 of you, sending out a bunch of healing energies.
And then for
Uh,
my bonus action,
So Elduin, you are still prone, and your weapon is on the ground, but you are conscious. So you can change your symbols.
I can't have multiple concentration spells at the same time, can I?
If you cast another concentration, whatever you're concentrating on will end, and the new one will take effect.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I do not want to do a bonus action. You know what? For bonus action, I want to know more about this Ghast, so I'm gonna do another religion.
Alright, did you heal yourself? It looks like you're still at 6.
I thought I did.
Maybe it just didn't come through
Oh
on
no,
my
it
end.
didn't save. You're right. There we go. Okay, thank you.
So what do you know? 16. You know that ghasts are corpse eaters, often inhabiting tombs and graveyards. You know they are deadly when in packs, as a scratch can paralyze, at which point the pack will rip you to pieces as it eats you. You know they are full of a nasty stench that comes off them from the graves that they dig up, and you know that they are resistant to being turned by priests. They're one of the harder undead to deal with. Immune to poison, resistant to necrotic damage, as most undead are. That's all you
Poison
know.
resistant to necrotic. That's good to know.
Yeah.
'Cause I did not know that either. Okay, and that's my turn.
Alright, so the skeleton is probably going to try to shank Elduin because he's on the ground.
Right?
Because he's a jerk. 15 is probably going to get you.
It will.
God damn.
So you are shanked for, 8. Full damage. Nasty. Clank.
Ruh-roh. I'm gonna pop out again.
Okay.
Let's see, who do I see? I'm gonna throw an acid splash on this guy and that guy.
Alright, so as he's screeching at Ophelia, you let fly a bunch of acid.
Hey,
That's a better roll.
That
There
was
you go, bud.
Dex save?
correct.
Oh, the ghast is quick, and he dodges to the side.
Are you sure that wasn't the skeleton roll?
No, I started with the
Just kidding.
ghast.
I'm just kidding.
I know. Apparently the skeleton is quick too, so they
They're both
both
quick.
jump out of the way.
The one time
Yeah.
you get good damage, they both save.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Alright,
Uh,
anything else, Clank?
Cool. That was 5, 10, 15, 25. I'll do that. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, Gale.
Seeing that I am out of daggers, I pull out my other sword as well.
That's a short sword?
Long sword, one-handed.
Okay. I don't think you could two weapon fight with two long swords unless you have the feet. But you
Two
can.
one-handed weapons, right?
If you're wielding an offhanded weapon, it has to have the light property, unless you have a certain feat.
The two-handed, two-weapon master or whatever.
So you go like long sword, short sword. You can't do two long swords.
Okay, then. That's fine. Yeah, then I'll just make an attack with the silver sword on this guy, on the skeleton closest to me.
All right. Yeah, you have advantage because he is still all lit up.
Yeah.
22.
That indeed strikes.
Ooh, maximum damage. 13
Very
points of
nice.
slash.
All right. He falls to pieces as you cut right through him. Bones going everywhere. Anything else?
Can I see my dagger still sticking into the ghast?
It's probably on the ground near the ghast.
That's what would it be to pick it up?
You would have to be adjacent to that square, so you couldn't with Ophelia there.
Yeah, but if Ophelia wasn't there.
That would just be a item interaction.
Well, because you can teleport, right?
Yep. For long rest. Yeah, I'll get behind the ghast using my blessing of the Raven Queen.
All right, so you suddenly poof. Could you link the blessing?
Yep. But
Okay.
I've actually magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. See, trait equal. Proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so you use one of your two and
Yep.
grab your knife.
Yep, and I'll grab the knife. And that was my bonus action to do the teleport. So, there you go.
All right. The skeleton is dead, so Elduin, you finally get to do something.
So standing up would be an action since I'm prone, right?
No, it just costs half your movement.
Okay. So. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up,
Okay.
so I'm not prone anymore. Go get that done. Okay, another question: would picking up my dagger cost an action?
It would cost a item interaction, which you have one for free. If you take more than one, it costs an action.
Okay. I'm gonna use my item interaction, pick up the dagger,
Okay. As you get up, you grab your dagger.
and I'm gonna enter a rage.
Alright, better late than never.
Yeah. Yeah, Eldon was trying to play it safe, but at this point, these guys just really pissed him off. And he's gonna take it out all on the ghast right here.
Alright, so you lunge at the gas, trying to stab it. You would have advantage.
So good.
Actually,
And you have a D4.
before that, this thing smells really bad. But you made the save, so no, you're okay.
Okay.
So-
Before damage is before it is called if it's a hit or miss, I like to add a D4 to that roll. To the 13.
Alright, so 14 will strike it.
Right.
Stabbing it for 8 points as you drive the dagger into its chest and just knock it to the floor. It writhes around and just goes limp.
How do you like it, bitch?
Exactly.
And it comes out, all we hear is
Yeah, just roars and blushes.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. No, that'll be it.
Are you sure you don't want to give the skeleton in front of you a nice little love tap?
I don't know. I can't. I actually can't do anything else. So
Oh.
yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Mole.
All right. I guess I'll finally move up. I'll move like right over here, see what's going on. Oh, so there's one skeleton left. I see.
Yeah.
For joining, pal.
Your torch is actually on the ground now, by the way, because you would have dropped it when you went down. Because I think you had a torch and a dagger.
Yeah,
So
I did.
go ahead and put a torch on the ground in your space, because you don't currently have the torch.
How do I do that? I'm sorry.
If you go into resources, lighting, there is a torch. You just click and drag it onto the map where you are.
Okay.
Resources.
Yeah, there's like character info, NPC, and then resources in the journal.
Yep. Hang on.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. So
yeah, that's cool.
Thal.
I'm going to shoot chill touch at the skeleton.
Alright, so you send some chilling energy at him.
Do I get advantage?
Get advantage.
Yes, because he is still lit up.
11.
Ooh.
11, unfortunately, would miss as you, once again, your spell will hit your barbarian buddy.
No damage again, hopefully.
No,
No,
because you would have had to roll over a 13.
He's too angry to feel it.
Though he's almost dead, so a chill touch might not be great. Luckily, he is not hit. Anything else?
Okay. No, I'm good.
Alright, the ghast is dead. Ophelia.
Sacred Flame on the last guy.
Alright, so searing energy is towards him. Yeah. Nope, he is burned. Taking 2, and the burning will melt some of his joints as he is wounded. Skeleton goes. Alright, you're done, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So the skeleton is going to go for you because you burned it. So it pulls its short sword, 4th stabbing. 14 will miss as you block with your shield. Clank.
I don't think I have enough movement to get there because it's that square and that square are double movement.
That is correct.
Right. So
Well, yeah, because that would be double diagonal.
yeah,
Could get
yeah.
here, but that would give an oppie.
Yeah. I could stand on Big Ugly, but I'll just sling some acid at it instead.
Alright, acid goes flying at the skeleton as it tries to get out of the way. It does.
Ah!
Look at
2.
those saving throws. Alright. Yeah, and that would miss. Anything else?
I'll turn to Thal and say, "Nice of you to join."
Gall.
Alright, I will silver sword. And I don't
So-
know why, but
If you step here, you'll have a flank, which will give you +2.
sure. I'll do that then.
Why not?
And then yep, and then something's telling me that I needed to use. Don't tell me if that hits.
I'm giving you a chance. So you got a 9 with the +2.
Wait. He's
11.
at advantage, right? Because
Oh, yeah. It is advantage. So roll again,
Hey.
because he's lit up. 8 becomes a 10, plus 2 is 12. That
12.
would just miss him.
Oh.
Ah,
Look at those rolls.
Okay.
A 2 and a 3.
I know, I got real lucky on those.
All right.
All right, then
Wow.
bonus action, knife,
Alright.
because I do have that back now.
Stab.
12. Right.
12 becomes... Yep.
Yeah, I get advantage on that one as well. I keep forgetting.
Mhm.
That's that second one's better.
So 20 will strike with the second roll.
And that's 3 points of piercing damage.
Alright. That would put him to near death, but he's still up.
Cool. And it's not the one I had my maledict on. Damn it. That was the ghast.
Yep. That it for you?
That is all.
Can you move the maledict like you could a hunter's mark?
I wish that would be so much better, but you can't. Even though like you can do it with hexes,
Anthony!
you can do it with
Don't forget about your pizza, boy.
hunter's marks. I would love if you could move it, but you can't.
Alright, well, that's it for you then, I guess. Elduin.
Yes, that's all.
So Elwin's gonna turn over toward where the skeleton is. He's gonna use his reckless attack, and he's gonna attack him with advantage with the dagger.
Alright. You recklessly assault him. That is a crit.
Nice.
Alrighty, let's see what happens.
11 damage. You will just roar as you run through him, shattering him. And everything goes quiet. What do you all want to do?
Are there any weapons or armor in use?
You know,
Well,
Gale.
Mikey,
He's taking a good old look at the ghast.
Uh,
What is salvageable?
So you could try to get some ghast essence if you want to use your alchemy.
Yes,
you
yes.
probably have some empty vials since you made, components. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you, you'd have to spend a glass vial and you could get its essence.
I've marked those down. I have 2 left.
Very nice.
Very nice. Use 2.
Alright, so give me an alchemy check as you start trying to get things of use.
Damn it. Fucking bounced. That was going to be a 17.
So you got 10 gold pieces worth of ghast essence.
10 gold pieces worth of gas essence.
And why don't we actually take a break? And come back in a moment.
Alright.
Mikey,
Yeah.
tell Anthony I miss his ugly face.
He's right around the corner. Hold on. Is he still down here? I don't know where he went. He was making some pizza. Fat ass was
He
making
would.
pizza.
He
Oh, it's still in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what am I saying to him?
I miss his ugly face.
Hold on. I'm just gonna bring the computer up. You can tell him yourself. I'm gonna unplug it. Real quick.
I really wish the blood maledict was more like a hunter's mark, because it's essentially the ranger's ability.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, it just connected through the mic. You can say it now.
Anthony, I miss your ugly face.
Miss you too, Matt. How you doing, man?
Great, how you doing?
Doing good, bud. Dude, this looks
I'm-
pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
So like, pull up my character here. It's all my stats for everything. Okay.
Oh,
So
you
yeah,
showing him all the D&D stuff?
Yeah, I'm trying to convert him.
Join us, join us, join us, join us. One of us. One of
That's
us.
like my
One
character
of
sheet. That's our entire party.
What kind of character are you?
I'm a lawful good cleric.
Okay.
It's like a little girl.
Also a very
I'm that little
ditzy
anime
blonde
chick.
You
Okay.
are ditzy blonde cleric.
White haired. I've been touched by Paylor himself.
That
you've been
sounds
touched by
creepy.
him, all right.
Paylor touched me when I was an infant. That's why I have white hair.
Oh,
Ah.
where are you going with that?
Matt is like a crow dude.
To the doll where he touched
Mobius
you.
Mal is just like fucking necromancer dude.
That's kind of a sweet name.
Galwari is a short. I don't know why it's that little fucking weird ass picture, but he's like a short little fucking gnome dude that like is like he does like blood
Shatterkai,
magic.
right?
Yeah,
He's a
no,
fucking
I'm an elf.
dude.
I am literally a half dead elf.
Half dead elf.
Yes.
You're half dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Shatterkai
Don't tell
elf,
Ophelia that.
I come from Shadowfell, the land of death.
I mean,
Dude, apparently
that's just
Ophelia
shadow.
missed that,
It's not
Mama.
death.
This dude's a giant fur
There-
bug.
There's a reason Shatterkai are never fucking seen.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's the first time I've played like a lawful good person, so it's just like, all right.
What do you usually play?
Something fucking edgelord-ish. No, so like a lot of times I've played like a ranger and a druid before. It's like, but I've never, and like I guess they kind of fell in love along like the lawful neutral scale
Okay.
for both. But yeah, like
So-
you could say like lawful
If you
good.
keep playing your same character, you like can level them up and stuff. What do you
Yeah.
think? What?
Yeah, we hit level 2.
Yeah,
I'm
Gail,
assuming-
why didn't you got that blood maledict? That how does that not transfer? Because it seems like quite expensive. I mean, if it's doing damage to you, as well as taking up a bonus action.
That's something that I might have to speak to Lou about, because if we could change that would be awesome. I think the trade-off is that I have to damage myself so I can get advantage on an attack.
So
But-
the blood maledict just adds an extra d4. It doesn't do nothing with advantage.
Yeah, no, it just adds a D4, which then becomes a D6, and then depending on, I have to look at it. What does my? Yeah, it can go all the way up to a D10.
D12. Okay.
It's a lot like a bardic inspiration.
can.
Yeah.
So, but
There's an
I
actual
feel that
map.
our leveling is
Right now, it's just
extremely
It's
slow in
weak
these
today
games.
because we're taking our break. So this like right here is normally the map.
But,
So like if I go back, this is the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and can I not go back in time? No,
No, when you're streaming, you can't go back, which sucks.
that sucks.
You can on YouTube, but not on Twitch.
But you'll be able to like see like a full map. Like we're exploring this dungeon now, but our character icons are literally just like little tokens. So like it's just tokens moving around, so we can have a visual representation of it. But it's not like super animated or anything.
Looks like a board game.
Yeah, I'd say it's more like a board game.
Which Uber, I need to really apologize to you because being a person that hurts themselves, I was a fucking idiot of deciding, hey, my dump stat could be charisma, then my second dump stat should be constitution. You know, the thing that I need most.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Lou said that I'll be able to move my intelligence over to my con, and then I'll just do a wisdom build instead.
No, that's fine.
You can stat
The-
out video game.
Yeah, con's
Yeah.
usually my second or third stat.
So they had like
Yeah.
I haven't had any stat changes, so I chose to do all of this basically. Like have only 8 strength, which sucks. But
Yeah,
I'm like really good constitution and really.
Or he's
good-
running around in bikini
Constitution.
armor with
Constitution.
an AC of 21 at level 2. I don't know how
Yeah.
you did that.
Like morals or something.
Yeah, 21 at level 2. No, Constitution is like your
yeah,
like
clerics
how
and
much health you get per level.
Okay.
Your AC, your armor class.
do you have half plate or full plate?
I can wear. I have a chainmail on right now.
Okay, so
Right.
you have chainmail plus a shield.
So I have scale mail. I have scale mail.
Scale
plus
mail.
a shield.
So yeah, no, that would get you up there. Plus, you have a maximum of +2 on your dexterity. Yeah, that'd get you up to.
And then I have a cloak of protection for +1, and then
Yep.
I casted the shield spell for another +2 for 10 minutes. So I have
Yeah.
10 minutes of 21 AC.
Oh, that's how you did it.
Yeah.
Wait until you
That's-
play like an armorer. Like if you're going full artificer, if you go armorer, you can have like up to a 27 AC.
So this is like your armor class. They need to roll
yeah.
with their
Thursday
modifier.
night's
So, like,
game, I
see, plus
have
three,
a
they need to roll
battlesmith,
You
and
guys-
he's pretty
Like
tanky.
modifiers for like objects.
like when you roll a 20-sided dice. So any action that you're gonna do is basically the DM will choose one of them. And if it's like a subclass, like we're surviving for the night, I'm foraging for berries, like that would be survival. Oh, I'm trying to
That's
keep
the
on a
switch.
lookout and look for something, that's perception, like how well you
Intelligence.
can see something.
Be
Oh,
14.
I'm looking at the history, like I'm looking at these books, I want to know where it came
11.
from. Why is there these ruins? That would be like a history roll. So they choose if somebody's trying to fight with you,
Yeah.
you can roll acrobatics or athletics to try to beat them.
Okay.
So things like that, like their subclasses let you determine what you want to do, and your base stats let you tell you how good you are at that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Uber, if I was to switch that intelligence to constitution, I'd have a 22 22 HP. So instead of the 18.
Ah.
So
You're
that's
at 18?
definitely better. I have 18 HP.
Okay, yeah, I only have 19.
Yeah, but
Yeah, how much
you are a
HP you
healing class. I am a purely damaging class in both directions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what she said.
Heyo.
So yeah. And then I'll just build up on my wisdom
Dude. It took a
instead.
while for me to get used to the online forum setup for everything.
Yeah.
But like I'm finally starting to get used to it now. Okay, yeah, here, look. Lou's probably back because the map's being loaded. Yeah. So
But-
like you can see these are all the enemies that were coming at us, like a gas and a bunch of zombies that are all the X'd out because they died. And then the rest of them are like our characters as we just entered this dungeon. So that's like the entranceway.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah, so you can see like that's the area like we can see with our torches, but we can't see anything else beyond. it. So all right, yeah, sounds good, bud.
See you, Anthony.
All right. Let's have
Pleasure
one of
meeting
the-
you, one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, one of us.
One of us. One of us.
All right, what are you doing, nerds?
Talking about how much statistic chains will help and why the blood maledict is kind of stupid because it's not like a hunter's mark or anything.
Yeah, you only get one.
I
Yeah.
wish it was transferable.
This doesn't seem as good, but what do you want to do in the hallway?
Can we
I
search
busted
the
it
bodies
down
and see if they
sexual
have
style.
any usable armor or weapons or items?
The undead don't really have anything other than their essence.
Yeah.
And the gas, nothing either.
No,
I got-
it just is a stinky undead creature.
Okay.
I
asked
have-
the group,
I'm
does anybody
gonna-
have an extra torch?
I do. I was just gonna light a torch.
I assume you're picking back up your torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the torch again.
Blank, can I have the torch?
Okay.
I'll give Ophelia a torch.
All right. So
then
you
I can
spend
do
the
a little
torch.
icon?
Yeah. Where are you gonna carry it? I thought both your hands are being used.
Oh, I guess mine are.
In her mouth?
I don't want to carry it.
You can't carry a torch in your
I'll
mouth.
carry it then.
Oh, not with that attitude, you can't.
All right. So Clank,
Sounded
mark
like
yourself with a
fucking-
torch.
What's his face from It's Always or from fucking Big Bang Theory? All right.
Also, you can take the poison, the concentration, and the near-death symbol off you, Ophelia. I don't think any of those still
yeah.
apply.
Can I keep concentrating because it lasts for 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah. If it lasts 10 minutes, then yes, you can keep concentrating.
Okay.
Can I see this door behind me. Can I take a peek through it?
Like through the keyhole?
If that's possible. If not, me being able just to crack it open.
You want to check the
You.
hallway
I
first or
will-
no?
Yo,
So wait, which door are you looking through? The south one?
Yeah, the south one.
And you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do.
You can't see much. It just looks like a dusty, either a room or a hallway. It's hard to tell.
Can I crack the door open a little bit and just kind of peek through the
Eh.
crack?
Give me a
Writing?
stealth check.
outside door. Other door.
I think I'm
had-
having internet issues again. What did you
Oh,
say?
that's
Uh,
Matt for sure.
That was
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, okay.
18.
So you very quietly open the door, peeking in. Go ahead and open the door. You would see a hallway, an empty, dusty hallway going south. If you're looking for where the blood marks go, they go this way.
Alright. I close the door and just kind of shake my head at anyone else who can see, just saying, like, there's nothing down there.
Should we
Is
check
there
over
any
here?
writing on doors?
No,
I
none of
would
these
wanna
double
look around
doors
the
are marked.
for writing. Ah, okay.
So, Ophelia, it looks like there's a hallway over here, but without light, you can't really see down it. You think that's where the gas came from?
I'm gonna put away my weapon and go ask to borrow the torch from Clank.
Alright, you gonna give him the torch, Clank?
Oh, run.
Oh,
we
he
ran
just
past
runs
each other.
past you.
And yes,
Alright,
And then
I'll
I
hand the torch over.
click the torch icon.
you just mark yourself with the torch icon, yeah.
Oh, I mark it. Okay.
Just so I know you have a light source.
Oh, there's a lot of icons here. Torch is a light bulb.
No. Well, anything that looks like a torch you can use. Light bulb is if you're lit up but not carrying anything.
Oh, my bad.
So, like the lantern, the torch, there's a couple different things. Any of those are fine.
Eldwin still has his torch carried.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need a timer, though.
There's two hallways over here, two doors over here, guys. What do you want to do?
Do you want to take a look at
Clear
them?
all of them.
Let's save the blood trail for last.
Let's not
Okay.
disturb the spirits.
I'm gonna go open this door. I just kick it right open. I just open it right up. I don't care.
Alright, so you move up to the door and attempt to open it. It would open into a room that has a strange looking, looks like a very shallow pool, and something written on the wall in Elven.
I want to read it.
Can you read Elven?
I have the language of Elven, yeah.
Alright, so... you attempt to read it. Again, it looks kind of old. But this is what it says.
The old gods require 3 gifts to enter the Chamber of the Sun. The essence of a completed life, the lost form of currency, and a ritual to please a dead god. Oh, puzzles.
3 gifts. What were they?
The essence of a completed life, a lost form of currency, and a ritual to please a dead god. Okay. I'm gonna.
Well,
I tell that to the rest of the group. Can the rest of the group see the mysterious etching or no?
Yeah, you would all see it there.
Okay.
And
Like,
you can
I don't
read
know
it
if they
if...
had the little link thing too.
No, only you right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you're one of the few people who speaks Elven.
I think we all speak Elven, basically.
Yeah. A lot of us speak Elven.
Well, I think
more than
she's the
half.
only one in the room right now.
And well, me and Thal, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. Alright. Should we go explore the other room and see what's in the other room before we make any decision
They all
about this
have-
pool?
Essence of life,
He does.
or of a completed life.
He does indeed.
I watched him
I,
collect it a bunch.
The gods will
Right.
praise. Tended.
So we go explore the other room, gents.
A ritual.
Following you.
I mean, I can provide the essence. Lost form of currency.
That one might be
I don't
tough.
think we have.
I don't think we have any
Yeah,
currency
and
from the
ritual-
old ages.
A ritual to please a dead god.
So, as you walk up to this door, you hear a large hoof inside it. Something is moving around.
Okay. Alright, I tell the rest of the party that there is a hoofing noise in there, and I want to go explore. Sal, please come. I want to go explore, and I need backup.
They don't feel great about this, Ophelia. Maybe it's best to leave the dead people alone.
I want to solve the puzzle.
Alright,
think it's
so
smart you to go
as you
forward.
step up to the door, it would suddenly open. As a
guys,
familiar-looking creature hefts its axe, give me initiative rolls.
God damn it.
Good job, Ophelia.
There you go. Better than the fucking 8 that I rolled before.
I need to select my token correct.
I did have my token
Oh,
selected.
that's
You bitch!
Gonna...
Better.
Ah, Hey, Peter! Peter, you son of a bitch! Peter!
That's pretty
I'm gonna
good.
restart. Roll.
That is really good.
It froze up on me.
Alright.
First bad roll from Ophelia for initiative.
So the first act, as this thing pushes the door open, down the hallway, Elduin, you see it raise its axe as if it's about to swing at Ophelia, but you act first. What do you want
You
to do?
still have emboldening bond, just so you know, Elduin.
Okay,
That's true.
It's a
cool.
10-minute
we
timer
both-
too.
Oh, both of us would have it then.
Yeah, it's only been like 5 or 6 minutes.
Alright, so I'm gonna move over towards where Ophelia is, and
I got it.
are you
God,
sure
you're still
about that?
raging?
Wait. No, it would end after combat.
Okay.
But actually, right now, I'm gonna move where Ophelia is, and I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. It still looks pissed at Ophelia, but you rush up, readying for an attack. Gale, you act next.
Cool. I guess if we're all just jumping right into it. 5.
Internet crashed on
15,
Matt. He's got time, I think.
25.
Oh,
And
he didn't roll
then-
for initiative.
25. And then bonus action, I'll just spam Raven Queen. Get behind them.
Alright.
Then I'll, as an action, just make a attack with the sword.
So you don't have flank yet, because none one actually engaged him. But
Yeah,
go ahead,
no.
make an attack.
I still have the Bowling Bond, which this isn't gonna do jack shit, but might as well see. Yeah, that's a 10.
No, 10 is not enough. So you swing, and it dodges, now turning towards you instead of Ophelia. Anything else?
Then I have 5 feet of movement left. So I just actually no, because that would be an opportunity. So no, I don't do that. And that is 1 session to get there. Yeah, that's all.
Sal.
I just wanna.
go to the bathroom real quick.
Alright.
Too much time talking.
I'm going to chill touch the guy, the Minotaur.
Alright, so you send some necrotic energy at it.
Mm-hmm. 22.
Yeah, that would strike it.
5 damage.
So he is slightly withered by the necrotic energy, now turning around towards you.
Then, you notice me, I'm gonna move behind Clank. And that's it.
Alright, Ophelia.
Open up with Toll of the Dead on him.
Alright, dong. So he will attempt to resist as you shower him with magical necrotic energy. 13, I think, just makes it. Because the DC is 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would resist. Anything else?
I'm just gonna yell at him and try to taunt him to target me, but that's it. Yeah.
Alright. Did you say you raged, Eldwin?
Yeah, from the previous encounter.
Oh, but you're not still raging now.
No, it ends after.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll list it here if it makes it easier.
So this guy's gonna step forward, giving Gale an attack of opportunity if he wants to take it. Oh, he stepped away, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Alright. So he is gonna roar as he tries to overrun both of you. So I need 2 athletics checks.
Right.
Is that Ophelia too?
Yes. He tries to overrun the 2 of you. He has advantage because of the size category difference.
Oh, fuck me.
So, athletics. 19. Oh, yeah. So he just pushes right past both of you. 5, 15, 20. Coming down towards Mole. 25. Does anyone want to take an Oppie on him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a.
Can't.
So you both get Oppies if you want to spend your reactions.
I don't have a melee weapon equipped.
Alright, so then I guess it's Elduin.
Yes, I will use my dagger against him.
Yeah. Yeah, 14 will hit.
Right.
So you stab him.
Oh, disregard the rage. Sorry, forgot to turn that off.
Alright, you stab him for 6. He's going to stop as you do that, turn around, and roar, bringing his axe down on you. He did not like that. Luckily, 9 would miss as you jump to the side and a bunch of sparks fly from where he hit the floor. That is it for him. Elduin, top of the round.
Okay.
He's bringing his weapon back around to swing at you again, but you act first.
Clank says he's coming right back, and he's been out of the rotation. Just FYI.
Clank is he's sneezing right now. Hang on, guys. I'm almost done.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop my torch.
Okay.
So that way I don't have it on me right now. Then I'm going to don my I'm gonna switch to my great axe instead.
Alright, so now you both have great axes.
Yep, then I'm gonna rage.
Although being near death, you're not sure how much half damage is going to do to save you.
I'll die in a glorious encounter, I guess. Or Elduin believes he'll die in a glorious battle right now, and he's gonna take a swing with his great axe at the Minotaur.
17 will strike.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and roll initiative, Hammer Clank.
Rage.
So 6 points of damage as you clip him with the battle axe, making him even more angry. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Alright, Gale, are you back yet?
Everybody's interwebs going out. Eh?
Alright, Gale is sneezing now as well. Thal, what are you gonna do?
Wanna step this way and chill touch him.
Alright, so you chant, trying to get his attention again. No, 10 is going to miss him.
Okay.
The chill touch just kind of hits his axe as he turns around and does not affect him.
Okay. I'm gonna sit right there.
Ophelia.
Okay. I am also going to drop my torch.
Alright, go ahead and put a torch icon down.
Do I just grab it from the...
Same as your token. Yeah. Just grab it and pull it onto the spot. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then I can turn that thingy off. I am going to pull out my weapon as my item interaction.
Alright, pull out your mace.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry that took so long.
And I am... Can I use my action... Oh, I guess I can't. Before I did that, can I use my main action to feed
Why do you have a timer on you?
Elduin? Why do I? For
Yeah.
concentration? I don't know.
Well, you have the concentration, but you shouldn't have a timer. You don't have any timed effect. It's under a minute.
Is it because of her shield?
No, that'll. Well, yeah, but that's not a minute.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you can take that off you.
I have this question.
It's weird.
My little timer thing is not even working, so I don't know what's going on. None of my things are highlighted that they should be. That's weird. Okay. Can I use my action to give Elduin a potion this round? Can I feed it?
You could. Yes, so you can administer a potion with an action, but then you
Alright,
wouldn't
that's
get
what
the
I'm gonna
swing.
That's fine. I administer a potion to Elduin.
Alright, so you use one of your potions. It's 2d4 plus 2 healing.
There you go. Remove one. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 points of healing, so Elwyn feels a bit better.
And that's
Right.
my turn.
Alright, unfortunately, the Minotaur gets to go now. Still angry at Elduin, he is going to cut at you. I believe 21 will strike.
Yep.
So you take
Oh,
11
damn.
slashing,
Shit.
which unfortunately I think puts you down again.
Yep.
Alright, so luckily
Alright,
it wasn't a direct hit, but Elduin did take a nasty blow, and he is down. Not having much luck today.
Yeah, we should have short rested.
I tried, bud.
So
Good.
you would get another level of exhaustion, bring you to 2. That's it for the Minotaur. End of the round, Clank, you can jump in before next turn. And you can as well, Gale.
Sweet.
Is it? I can like run my turn or
Yeah, you can go.
wait till the next round. Cool. I will run up here and stab this guy with a dagger,
Stab, alright.
because everybody knows I do damage.
9 will miss, unfortunately.
I tried.
Anything else?
That'll be my turn.
All right, and Gale.
I will stand over the corpse of my friend, protecting him. And
Well, looks like he's still alive, but yeah.
My unconscious friend. There, let's do that.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm a half corpse already, so. Everyone's a corpse to me. Yeah, so I'll make. I will bonus action Crimson Right.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and link it.
Secondly, Hemocraft infuse your weapon with fire. I do fire damage, so elemental. You can activate it.
Yes,
I
every
do.
D4.
Okay, so
Yes.
your sword sets aflame. Does that deal damage to you?
It does. I'm rolling it now.
Okay.
Please be low. Fuck you.
Alright, so you take 4 damage as your sword is now burning.
And then I'll make my attack. My silver sword.
Yep,
18.
20 will strike. And you get an extra d4 fire damage.
Yep.
So as Eldwin goes down, you rush in with a flaming sword, hitting him for 6 plus a d4, so 7.
7 points of damage.
The Minotaur is now looking angrily at you. Anything else?
Nope, that is all.
Alright, Clank. Looks
Cool.
like the Minotaur is about to swing at your friend Gale.
Well, I'm sorry, Gale, but I'm gonna encourage him to by stabbing him with a dagger.
Oh, you certainly will.
Hey.
7
not
damage. So the creature now turns towards you, getting ready to swing at you. Anything else?
That wasn't supposed to happen. Nope.
Eldwin, you find yourself once again at the brink. Give me a death save.
Alright.
11 would make it, so you get a success. Gale.
Alright. Attack with the silver sword. I
Yeah.
don't trust the. Oh, that does hit.
Yeah, 18 will strike, so as he turns to swing at Clank, you once again get his attention with a strike.
Yes. Thank you.
Someone's gonna
9
get hit.
points.
9 and a d4. Someone's getting the axe, boy.
There you go,
Ouch.
boy.
So 4 points of fire damage, and then bonus action.
So that would wound him, as several ribs crack.
Bonus action. Fuck you with the dagger. That is
Yep.
a 20.
26 will strike. You get the +2 for the flank.
Yep. And this one isn't on fire, unless I want to damage myself to do fire damage, but it's not worth it. But that's another 4 points.
How long does your fire burn for on your sword? Like a minute or something?
Until I dispel it. It's one of those things that it's like until I sheathe it. Considered magical, type of damage chosen by the right until you finish. The right's effects last until you finish a short or long rest.
Alright. So that would strike it for another 1. Still mad at you. Anything else?
That is all.
Thal.
Alright, I don't know if I want to get its attention. That's the thing.
Do it. Do it.
Well, you'd have to hit it
Let's
pretty
do
hard
it.
at this point.
Let's
Okay,
do
yeah,
it.
Let's do it.
Gale made sure it saw him with a pretty big hit.
Alright, then
Let's
I'm going
do it.
to use chill touch.
We did it.
Alright, so you send some necrotic energy flying at it.
11? It probably does.
No, 11 would just miss. So it avoids the attack.
Alright. That's it for me.
Ophelia.
Toll the dead.
Dong. Alright.
Dong dong.
Dong, ding, dong.
Ding dong. The Minotaur's dead.
Wisdom save would fail. So I need
finally
a
did it.
D12 roll. Oh, look at that.
I did it!
It is near death, and it did not like that. So it turns towards Ophelia.
I'm gonna take you!
It indeed comes at you with a large great axe swing. But yeah, you duck and it smashes the wall. New round, Clank.
Clank, fuck him up.
That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna hop up and stab him in the eye with my dagger.
He doesn't have an eye, but you can definitely go for the socket. 10 will miss though. Oh wait, 12 will hit, because yeah, you got the flank.
Yes!
Yeah.
So he takes 3 damage. Still pretty mad at Ophelia.
Haha, take that, you ugly.
Elduin, you are down unfortunately, so give me another death save.
All right.
Yep, so you stave off death again, thinking good thoughts and keeping to the real world. Gaian.
I think you pronounced Gail's name different like 3 or 4
Ryan.
times this session.
Did I?
Ryan, you're up.
Yeah. Second verse, same as the first, a whole lot louder and a whole lot worse.
Oh, is Elduin stabilized? Oh, I guess that was his third save.
20!
Alright, you would definitely hit.
Alright.
Go, Gale, go!
11 points of slashing damage plus maximum on the fire damage.
You get to roll twice, because it's dice, and it's doubled.
Oh yeah, because that's doubled as well.
So 15
5.
plus 1, 16. Alright, so you cut through him as bone shatters, and he goes down. I think your buddy Elduin is stable, though very wounded. What do you guys want to do?
I get off of his body.
Well,
I
he's
go
just
over and I
he's
help-
just prone in the space.
Can I help
Yeah.
bring him up with a medicine check, or do I need to actually heal him?
To heal him, you would have to use magic or some kind of healing effect. Medicine
healing
would
potion if we need.
stabilize him, but not bring him back.
I'll hand Ophelia a healing potion of mine.
As I gently cradle Elduin's head and pour the healing potion in his mouth, waiting for him to come back.
Seeing that they have this, I'm gonna
At
take a
2d4
look.
plus 2.
I want to take a look
I'll
at
take that roll.
everything that's over here.
Gale, as you step there, you hear a click. Give me a dex save.
Oh no.
Dex saving throw. Yeah, that's good. 23.
So you react. Shink, shink, shink. Do you have evasion?
I am not a rogue.
Okay, I don't know exactly what the Blood Hunter has. So you would dodge the majority of the spikes, but you still take 4 points of piercing damage. Ow!
All good.
And they would retract back into the floor.
All right.
Do I hear this going on?
Well, you saw it, I assume, if you have a light source.
Oh, I turn to Gale and I go, "You better not take it off for yourself."
I'm just taking a look.
What do you want to do?
Can
I
I? Can I? Oops, sorry. go
I
ahead.
will use Mage Hand on the box.
So the chest looks like it has a simple padlock on it. It doesn't look like it's going to open.
What's
At
over
least
here?
not with Mage Hand.
I
There
can't
are a
get
bunch of
close to it.
coins over there.
Oh. I will use Mage Hand to grab a handful. How about that?
Sure, you grab a bunch of coins and pull them over to you.
Can I
Is it
make an
gold?
investigation? check?
It is old Empire gold. You think this has probably been down here a long time. You probably can't spend it, but you might be able to melt it down and make bars or something. It also might be worth something to a collector. All in all, well, you got like 10 gold pieces, but it looks like there's quite a few more over there.
Can I make an
Told you we were
investigation
gonna
check?
need a lost form of currency.
Yeah, you can investigate. What are you investigating?
Just to see if there's any more traps or anything.
So that would be a perception check. Investigation is to figure out how a trap works, or figure out how something works once you found it.
All right. Perception.
I'm also gonna do the same.
Oh, that's really good. 23.
You would see there are pressure plates here, here, and here. So investigation might tell you more.
I didn't see any where you put any of them.
Oh, there are pressure plates here, 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 and here.
Okay. Yeah,
All
I'd
around.
make that investigation check. What?
Does anyone else
Okay.
have
I
thieves'
hope
tools?
too. I have these tools.
Okay, cool.
All right. That's a 16. I also have thieves' tools.
So, judging by the small holes in the floor, you would guess these are spike traps that would be activated by stepping on the corresponding pressure plate. You would also notice that they all seem to connect to a spot on the wall over here that might open up. But to get to it, you'd have to balance between the pressure plates. That might be how you disable this trap.
I cast
ahead.
guidance on Gale.
Okay.
All right.
Do you mean to link
Uh,
it?
Did you heal Eldwin?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
he
think
is
he
up.
got 11 HP.
9.
9? Okay.
9.
It's
Yeah, I'm bad
2d4
at math.
plus
my
2,
bad.
right?
Yeah, 2d4 plus
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
So you'd have
Okay, yeah,
9,
nine.
Eldwin.
Okay, cool.
Would I be able to use Mage Hand to reach over there to disable them traps?
You would have to figure out... Well, you'd have to get the panel open.
Cool.
So I guess you gonna try to use Mage Hand to open it?
Yeah.
Alright, so doing that, you would find there are several silver wires inside. You could probably disable it with a Thieves' Tools check. I would say you can use Dex or Int.
That's something me or
Well,
Clank will
Gale,
have to
you
do.
want to try? Or should
yeah,
I use my Mage Hand?
That torch has a lot going on.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Try the mage hand. See
Oh,
if
wait.
you,
Can
with your
I-
knowledge, can do so with your tools.
I deleted the wrong
Otherwise, I
Want
have
me
coin.
to cast guidance on Clank then instead?
Feel like you can move it.
I have a feeling one of us will have to get up close and personal, but give it to Clank.
Alright, I cast guidance on Clank.
Okay.
I guess I can cancel my other spells now.
That
Right,
would kill your protection spell that you're concentrating on.
I feel like we're coming up close to 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, you're at about 7, so probably.
Yeah, alright, I'll cancel it then.
Alright, so using your thieves or your mage hand, you attempt to disable. And you would, so you think the trap should no longer function.
Gale, it should be safe. You want to try first?
I trust you on this. And I take a step onto the...
Alright, there is a click, but nothing happens.
Good.
I
Alright.
step forward as well.
I take a look at the lock on the chest.
So for bookkeeping purposes, there are 200 gold pieces, old world coin. If you want to put that in the... Either put it in the party treasury, or I don't know. If someone wants to take
I
it.
got it.
Put it in the party treasury, Matt.
Cool.
Whoever's
put it in
doing quartermaster. All right, so you gather the gold up, and yeah, the chest remains locked.
Yeah, I'll take a gander at the lock and see if I can
Yes,
open it.
guidance. Yes, guidance on Gale as he's doing this.
Okay, so that would be a thieves' tools check. Pretty simple lock, DC 10.
Okay. Which I gotta find where they are. There they are. This tool.
You would probably have to use Dex for this.
Yep. Proficiency. Yeah, that's 18.
So there is a click as you believe the lock is unlocked.
Cool. I take the padlock off and take a look inside.
Before he
Inside,
does that, I'm running out the door.
inside the chest, you would see. Everyone, give me a D20 roll. I don't know how many of you have wish lists.
13.
I think all of us might.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a wish
5.
list, can I use an inspiration?
Too
No.
late.
No, this isn't a check. Who am I missing?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah,
I
Gale,
think we got
Clank.
everybody.
That's all 5.
Oh
of us,
yeah. That's right. Gale just has the weird roll.
Gale's goofy.
Yeah.
All right. So Elduin, do you have a wish list?
I do, yes.
Give me a sec.
It should be in the party section.
I think all of ours are in there, right?
Yep.
Although mine aren't sorted by rarity, so sorry, Lou.
I didn't sort it by rarity, but I put the rarities behind them.
All right. So inside the chest, you would see what looks like there is a very large axe that looks similar to the one the Minotaurs have been wielding. This one looks like it isn't all old and falling apart, though. This one looks like it's in pretty good condition. Do you have any type of like blacksmithing tool knowledge or history might tell you something?
If it's like the one that the Minotaurs are using, does that count as being related to an undead thing?
No, not
Damn.
necessarily.
Can I just try to make a random history roll just for hell of it, or?
Without the training, you might not. Okay, so hammer, you might know something if you have smith tool proficiency. But yeah, without training, you probably wouldn't know. His kind of obscure.
Okay.
I got history.
I don't use big axes like this. Elduin, do you think you would do better with something like this?
So you would definitely recognize it as masterwork. And you would also believe very old, looks elven to you, which is interesting because it's not a common elven weapon. Generally, elves that do use big weapons use great swords. So it's interesting to find a great axe that was made by an elven smith with this kind of skill. You would also guess it's probably magically enchanted since it doesn't look old like the others.
I'll give it to Elduin because I cannot use this type of weapon.
I'll
Elduin's
just pass
just
that
gonna-
information along to Eldwin.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can
Elduin's just
identify
gonna look at the axe and just try to get a good feel of it too.
It definitely has. It's much lighter than any great axe you've ever wielded. Like for how big it is, like it moves much quicker. You would. I don't think you've used a magic weapon before, but this is, one of the best axes you've probably ever seen.
Ooh. Interesting. Thal, would
Seems
you
like
be
it
able
fits
to...
you.
Yes, it does. Thal.
So, Yeah, you there, Thal? He may have stepped away or something.
You are mute.
Or he's muted.
Oh, he's muted and
Is he? Oh, he is.
But yeah, you can mechanically tell some things about it by experimenting with it during a short rest. To know everything it does, you would have to use something like Identify. That's probably not something you'd know, but something that Thal would know, or anyone with magical abilities.
Does that include me?
Yeah, you have Knowledge Religion, which includes magic stuff.
So should I roll for it then?
No, you'd have to use an Identify spell.
Hey, okay.
Specifically. Detect Magic could tell you if it's magic or not.
Cool. We got 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes, friends? And I begin casting Detect Magic.
Alright, so you attempt to pass 10 minutes here.
I'm
You
back
wouldn't.
laughing.
You would indeed pass 10 minutes, and yes, this axe is magical.
anything else in the chest?
Nope, just the axe.
All right.
Is there anything else in this room that's giving off a magical aura?
I don't think so. That would be the only thing.
Cool.
During
no
that,
more magic. Let's move on.
I
Check the
wanted
Minotaur
to.
for any...
God damn it! Whatever.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to cast Arcane Recovery.
Yeah, that's fine. So you recover some magical ability.
Should we take a short rest?
Wait, I thought you needed a rest to cast Arcane Recovery, or to use
Yeah,
it.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Maybe
No.
we locked door.
He just took
and
10 minutes to
cast-
detect magic.
Oh, I could have cast Identify.
You can.
Well,
Oh.
it's already saying so. Whatever.
We were actually asking you if you could identify it, but I think you were away.
Yeah.
So do you want to take 10 minutes to identify the axe?
I guess sure.
All right.
Yep.
So Thal takes 10 minutes. And it is... do you have the magical pearl? Or, sorry, pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people overlook for Identify. You do have to get that. Once you get it, you have it forever, but until you get it, you can't use Identify. Because it doesn't get consumed, you just have to have it. So you might have to wait on that. But you do know it's magical, at least.
Or we would know about this.
I'm gonna check the Minotaur skeleton, see if it has anything on him.
It has the axe, but that's about it. You probably could also get some essence off of it.
I think that sounds more like a Gale move.
Yeah, Ophelia
Be
or
my
Gale.
guest if you want to. I mean, it could help with your spells. You never know.
Oh, I can harvest essence?
You can harvest essence if you have religious training or alchemical training.
I do have religious training.
Okay. You two could work together, and then you'd get the higher roll if you want.
Sure, I'll help her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do the alchemy. You can do the religion. Because
Yeah.
I have nothing in religion.
Okay. So
Actually, that's a lie. I have a +2.
That's all I have, yeah.
Well, can you be a 16?
We'll find out. Use tool. Intelligence. Proficiency. Nope.
Alright, so you would get 10 gold pieces. Do you have a vial to put this in?
I'll give her my last one.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay.
that would be 10 gold pieces of skeletal essence.
And I tell I just give it back to Gale and I go, thank you for helping. And I'm like, you can just repay me once we get back to town and you convert it if that's okay. If I just want like a few.
Can do.
All right.
All right. So what is the group gonna do?
Add 10 more to what I had.
So we still need. We found a lost form of currency, guys, for the mysterious etching. We still need a ritual to please a dead god, and probably the essence we just harvested would be good, don't you think, Gale?
It can work, yes.
Okay, so should we check? Do you want to go check the
I
south
have-
room and see if there's maybe something there?
That sounds a good idea.
Do you really want to go checking without short resting?
We
the
should
dog room?
rest.
Yeah.
Short rest. Oh yeah.
Well, is
Thank you,
Gale
guys.
or is
I mean, your
Eldwood
tank
still
has
beat
2
up?
levels of exhaustion now.
Yeah.
You're looking
Cool.
a little there, Elduin.
He's probably limping at this point, like. "Ugh."
Let's
Yeah.
hide in here and lock door and rest.
I'll agree
Like-
with Blank on this one.
Of course,
You
you
know,
agree with Clank.
or
Clank's
sometimes-
smart.
Clank, sometimes you actually are pretty smart.
Wasn't it Thal who suggested resting?
I
think
still
so.
I still just complimented Clank.
You just gave Clank the compliment. Thal just probably
Sorry,
sighs.
Sal.
Like, all right,
I
so
bet Sal is smarter than me.
certainly possible.
Short rest.
All right, so you close the door. Go ahead and shut the door, and we will attempt to pass an hour. So time is passing. At about 40 minutes, you hear a chitter chatter outside, like something bone is moving through the hallway. Do you want to do anything, or just hope it doesn't come this way?
Just
I
keep
feel
the door
ya.
shut.
Turn off your
I
lights.
keep the door shut and I brace right at the front of the door just in case
Alright.
something comes through.
By the way, the torches that you lit would go out because they only last an hour. So you.
Find a rest in the dark would be better.
But yes, you would finish your rest, so go ahead and spend one of your short rests if you want to benefit from it. So, Elduin, you think this is a +1 great axe. At least that's what you get from experimenting with it. If it does more things, it will need an identify to know for sure. But you can mark it as a +1 great axe for your usage.
Right.
+1 to attack and damage.
And I got my blood maledict back.
Yeah, and you can spend hit dice if you want.
Holy shit.
Nice one.
I didn't need that much, but okay.
It's all
Remember,
good.
you only get one of those back per night, so.
Yeah. That's my only one.
I have.
I should've waited.
I have one more. And that's it.
I'm out again.
Elduin, are you spending one?
Already did.
I also
we
harness
got
divine
7.
power while this is going on, just so you know.
Oh, you got 7? Okay. Sure, you can spend a harness divine power. Are you gonna spend a what's it called? Arcane recovery mole?
Yeah.
Thal? Alright. So you channel magical energies, regaining a spell slot.
Nice.
Yeah, it is now 12. An hour passed. What do you all want to do?
Open the. Should we have another torch?
Oh, you only have
Clank,
one
do you have another
torch?
torch?
See, this is what, like, most of my parties learn after, like, the first few sessions. There's, like,
Yes.
30 vials, 30 torches. Everyone just stocks up.
Yep.
Super important.
Because I do... I know
hand
most
torch-
TMs don't care about that stuff. I do, like, the resource stuff, so...
Right. That's fine.
I hand a torch to Ophelia. Poke her with it, because I can't see anything.
Alright, so Ophelia, you're lighting up another torch. Alright,
Torches, lightning.
let there be light.
And just open the door. I'm just brave. Let's.
Alright, so the hallway is empty. Hang on one moment before you go down the hallway there. I want to check something.
Ready?
Ruh-roh, Raggy. One moment.
I do have a poisoner's kit. Could I have been using poison all this time? I mean, it's not going to work on undead, but...
Do you have proficiency in Poisoner's Kit?
Yes, I do.
So, if you have...
Long rest.
Yeah, if you have poisons, I think you can apply it. But go ahead, continue down the hallway. Sorry. I'd have to read up on Poisoner's Kits. I know assassins use them in my game, or games.
Because during my long rest, I can channel the bullshittery of other elves, and I can take proficiencies with things, and so I took proficiency in Thieves' Tools and Poisoner Kit.
Yeah.
While my Alchemist and Herbalism come from my Blood Hunter.
So you come down the hallway a bit, and there's pretty much what you saw last time, the two doors. Well, there's a bunch of doors, but two doors that I think you opened the south one, but you didn't open
Is there
the...
more dead bodies here, though?
No. Wait.
Like,
I don't remember these.
Yeah. I want to investigate.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
This does not look right. Oh.
So you're just looking at the bodies, kind of in general?
Like, I wanted to see, like, this is not... These other bodies were not here before. This looks suspicious.
Alright. So, as you are investigating them, they start to rise. Give me initiatives.
Oh shit, I'm right in the middle of that. I should not be there.
Oh no.
Indeed, these must have fallen asleep here, because as you start poking at them, they just get up. Hey, what are you doing, Clank? You take an extra movement there. That's fine. You can say you're down the hallway. Alright.
For a moment.
Oh no.
Baby duty, this is D&D. Just tell your wife I'm doing D&D. I don't have time for babies.
Attack before fucking
just kidding. Alright.
Non-stop action.
Non-stop action. So the first act is going to be this guy. As he stands up, he just stares at Thal, pulls out a shiv and tries to stab you.
Thal, speak undead to them.
But you dodged aside like, what the? As he suddenly jumps at you. Thal, you are surprised, unfortunately. Is anyone immune to surprise?
Magical sleep.
Let's see.
I'm assuming no one is. Usually, unless you have awareness feat, you're not. So the skeleton here is also going to try to shiv Thal. Ooh, 21 probably get you.
Yeah.
5 piercing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alright, Clank. Surprise, surprise. This one is actually going to move over here. Thal, you're no longer surprised, but I don't think you have a weapon out.
I have my sword staff.
Oh, do you want to try to hit this guy?
I can try. I have Warcaster feat, so can I use my cantrip?
You can. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Lineage.
15.
15 would strike him.
Or varying human. Either way.
So he takes 3 necrotic. You wonder if your staff would have been more effective.
Yeah.
Doesn't Chill Touch do something else to undead?
What?
Doesn't Chill Touch do something else to undead?
Does
they
it?
Take half necrotic.
If they're resistant.
It also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. So if it goes for you, it would get disadvantage. which actually, now that you hit it, it will stop moving, turn around, and try to stab you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Shiv. So disadvantage would be 10. I think that misses you.
Yeah.
And this guy is gonna move over to here and try to stab Ophelia. Shiv.
Not even worried.
20. Oh, maybe you
Oh,
should have
that
been
does
worried.
hurt.
8 piercing. Oof.
Fuck.
Yeah, he just walked right up to you like, what the? He just, ow. All
That
right.
wasn't me.
So Ophelia's surprised. Eldwin is surprised. New round. Skeleton goes. He is going to swing at Thal again.
All right.
Ouch.
Yeah, that hit.
Ouch. Ouch.
6 piercing.
Ow, 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 ow.
Thal, you can act. What do you want to do?
I am almost dead.
I'm getting shit by all these skeletons.
Yeah. I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay, so unfortunately you're surrounded. You would have to tumble or overrun to get past them.
All right. I'll try to tumble through the skeleton right here.
One behind you. All right, so that is acrobatics versus his acrobatics.
All right.
Uh,
10.
Oh, no,
Shit.
he keeps you from moving past. So you still have... Oh, but you...
Action.
So do you want to disengage still if you can't move past him? I'm guessing not.
Yeah. I'll
You
just
could...
have-
Well, I was
can use
going to...
dodge.
Yeah, you can take the dodge action.
Probably your
Alright.
best bet,
There's the
huh?
door behind you.
Or you could open the door and rush in there.
There couldn't be any more minotaurs in there. Who knows?
Alright, so you're dodging.
Is that fucking Rocky in here? Hey, Adrian!
I had a
Adrian.
yawn.
Alright,
Yeah, I guess I'll dodge.
It's got the man.
Alright,
that
Gale.
makes it. You make the man. Anyway,
so
I will.
Thal is
Bam.
desperately trying to dodge. That
Yeah.
will get an oppie on you.
Well, what if I just get to right here?
Yeah, this guy here would get an oppie. Because you left his threat.
Oh yeah, he is right there.
And you can't take corners diagonally. Hard corners you have to
No,
take
not
normally.
like that. All right,
Yeah.
so then I guess that would be it. I'm going to Crimson Right.
Well, I think your
Actually,
sword is
no.
still burning, right?
Effects of a short or long rest last until a short or long rest.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But actually, I won't do that. I'll wait. Instead, I'll just do my two-handed attacks.
So if you are here, again, you will have flank. So that might be a better spot to attack from. But yeah, 18 will strike as you swing with your first attack. Huh. Cutting into the skeleton.
6 points of slashing on the first attack.
He is near death because he's falling apart. Yeah,
That is
17 will strike.
That is perfectly balanced on the 8 and the 10. But apparently it took the 10.
Nice.
Maximum points of piercing for that.
All right.
So, another
He
4
falls
points
to
of piercing.
pieces.
And I'll just tell the Thal, move, move, move!
Get out of there. Do you want to step
They'll
up?
have done a reaction, like, if this zombie dies, can I move?
He could have. He could have ready to dash. That would have been really risky, though. Because then if it didn't die, he would just get stabbed a bunch as he's waiting to run.
Actively do that.
I was just curious. Like, I think you can. I was just trying to clarify.
Yeah, you can ready any action. Do you want to step up, Gale, and stand next to Thal, or are you just going to end there?
Yeah, I'll take some.
Okay.
Just to try to get the attention off of Thal.
Alright, so the skeleton here is going to try to stab Thal, albeit with disadvantage. Oh,
That hits.
16. Oof.
That just hits.
3 piercing.
I'm down to 1 hit point.
Hey, don't tell him that. You're just badly
Oh.
wounded. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. All right, so that is it for the skeleton. Clank. What are you gonna do?
Whoa.
Thal
Oh,
looks
it's
very
gonna
wounded as
vortex
these things
door.
keep stabbing him.
Can I ask Thal on a scale of 1 to 14 how wounded
No, you
look?
can't. Though you do have medicine, so you can use a bonus action to know any target's HP,
Oh,
enemy,
that
enemy or friend.
You know what would be a little broken? Taking 2 levels in Bard just to get Jack of all trades, just to fuck with you, Lou.
Why?
Because Jack of all trades gives you half proficiency in everything.
Oh well, I mean, some of these are custom things. Like the medicine thing is a custom rule I do. 'Cause-
Well, but
I
then
like that.
technically
Okay.
you would have knowledge on everything and you could be applicable.
yeah, and I would just give you a bunch of rolls because that is a very good ability.
Yeah.
That's fucking
I have
cool.
bards who do that. They just get to roll on everything, and that's fine. It makes actually Jack of all trades, I think, much more valuable.
It does.
Yeah, it
yes.
does.
Because or else, yeah, I know the way the regular rules is like basically anyone rolls on anything. I don't really like that though, so I think there should be more value to investing in a skill. But anyway, Clank, what are you doing?
And that's why College of Lore is
I
the
threw an
best.
acid splash.
Oh right, acid
These
splash
hit in the back.
for 1 damage.
Oh, I'm dealing it.
Pretty sure they're both gonna fail because it's 1. Yep.
What's
Second
the damage,
one,
baby?
it's
I
1.
missed it. Oh, it is 1. Oh, dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I said they're both
Matt.
gonna fail it because it's a 1. Oh no, this guy made it.
Oh,
Ha!
I only have
Jumped out of the way.
fail.
I mean,
Anything
it's
else?
Still half of 1 in D&D is still 1.
Well, I don't think you get half damage on cantrips.
Oh yeah, no, half damage. It's just it.
Yeah, it just misses.
It just misses.
Anything
I'm
else,
just gonna run
Clank?
up 15 feet, and that'll be my turn. I'll yell at Thal to use your magic to turn them on our side.
Alright, yeah. Where's
You
your
don't know that.
necromancer power?
No one knows that.
Don't be racist.
Over. I
Uh,
just look over. Inquisitive,
or
curious.
wizardist. I don't even know. Magicist. Anyway,
Classist.
sure, yeah. This guy is gonna stab at Ophelia again. Yeah. Oh, geez, that guy's got your
my
number.
God.
4
That
piercing.
That guy's sword has your name on
He's
it.
just like prison shanking Ophelia. She's like, stop!
Jesus.
Oh God!
Fucking
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Ophelia, what are you gonna do?
I look over at Thal and I was like, "You need healing?"
Yes.
As you're getting shanked, you need
As
healing.
I'm getting shanked, I care about him. Okay.
She's a generous person.
Oh my God. All right. If they're okay, if I have 2 spells and they're both bonus actions, can I use one as an action and then one as a bonus action?
No, you
Or can
can't
I-
convert. You can only use one.
Really?
Plus, you can only cast 1 spell per turn if you're doing a bonus action. Unless one of them is cantrip, then you can cast 2. So you could like healing word and toll the dead or something.
Fuck me, dude. Healing word's not going to do anything. So what I'm going to do... cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
On who?
On Thal.
Alright, so Thal,
It
you
ends
are...
if he makes an attack
Yep.
or a spell. But he's warded against any targets. So if anybody wants to target him, they have to choose a new creature.
Yeah, he can cast spells as long as they don't affect an enemy or deal damage. So, like, if you put that on you, you could heal while you had it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, that's good to fucking know. For future reference, I'm going to write that down.
So that's a
actually.
bonus action. Do you want to try to hit it with your mace or something?
For my other action, I am going to use Do any of them look wounded, or have I seen any of them take attacks? I can't.
None of them look wounded. No,
Okay.
the one you wounded, you killed.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of me.
All
Right
right.
there. Oh, for 1 fucking damage.
He will attempt to dodge it. Whoop, and he does. Whee! So the fire flies past him. Anything else?
That is, yeah, that's it.
Elduin, you got a chance to test out your nice new axe.
Okay. So I wish I could, but right now, seeing his condition, he's actually just gonna take one of his javelins and he's gonna throw it at this zombie right here, or excuse me, skeleton.
This one?
Yes.
All right, so you pull a javelin off your back and huck it at that guy. Why can't you use your axe?
We are in the way.
Oh, well, you can
Yes.
just stand here. Or wait,
Oh.
no, never mind. I just realized, yeah, Gale is there.
Yeah.
Well, you could move past Ophelia and come up here if you wanted to.
My speed is also halved, so I think that would be
What's your speed normally?
13. Yeah, I can't move that far anyways.
Oh, no, I guess you're right. Alright, so you hurl your javelin.
Right.
Ooh, no, that is gonna miss, sadly. Anything else?
Nope.
So that is it for you. New round. The skeleton is gonna try to stab Thal. So it has to make a wisdom save.
13.
It does make a
my
save.
God.
So it's gonna stab with
Right.
disadvantage. Because he's still dodging, technically. Oh, good thing he was.
Okay.
That would miss. Thal, what are you gonna do?
All right. I am going to disengage.
Alright, so you're pushing back past your ally behind you.
Yep.
So that's
And
10
Press
feet.
up close to Ophelia for a second to get him through and kind of usher him through.
Go,
Right
go, go.
between
Get
us.
out there.
Come between me and Gale. Go behind. Go behind.
I mean,
I will-
it's a 10-foot hallway. You guys aren't solid blocks. You could just move between you.
I will
I
just
like to think
move
of
over
myself
here.
as a wall.
Fair enough.
I am fat.
10, 15. Alright, so you move 25 feet back, bleeding a bunch from all the stab wounds.
I just go up to
Okay.
Clank. It was terrible. And he
Anything
just-
else?
No, he's not going to do anything right now.
Alright, Gale.
Take a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then makes 2 attacks.
Alright, yeah. So you swing at the first guy in front.
21 to hit.
That indeed strikes him.
Decent slashing damage. 8 points of slashing damage.
Alright. So you cut into him, breaking bone and shattering parts of his body. He is near death.
Yep. Well, he's going to hopefully be dead after this one. Yeah, 21 to hit.
Alright, you shank him. Shank, shank, shank.
Damn it, just
He
1
is
point.
not dead, but he is still very wounded.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, that will be all.
Alright. So he did not like that, so he's going to swing back at you. Shanking at you with his broken sword. But you jump back dodging. Clank.
Dude.
I am gonna throw acid splash on this one and the one in front of Ophelia.
Alright, so another deck save. No.
Uh-huh.
So he melts. And the one in front of
There you go.
Ophelia. Deck
Good one, Clank.
save. Nope, he would
Oh,
dodge as the acid splashes at him. Anything else?
I'll hop up on Sal's shoulder and say, "It's okay, friend. You hide back there," and then hop down.
How much do you weigh?
Yeah. Aren't
Think-
Kenkus like? Aren't they like
30 pounds.
still like 3 feet tall?
Well, it's probably not him. It's probably his gear that weighs most of his weight because he does have a shield, which
60
is pretty
pounds.
heavy. Yeah, so it's like
Ow.
90 pounds total. Like,
That would
50
crush
pounds.
me, dude.
Val's
That would-
like, and falls
Yeah.
over. What are you
80
doing?
pounds total.
80? All right. Yeah. Val probably would be a little bit off put for a moment, but I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm fine with that.
The skeleton is going to try to shiv Ophelia again because it's been working out for him.
Fucking Excalibur over
Shiv,
here.
shiv. All right, that one
I'm
you
finding
blocked
it.
finally. You're like, oh no, stop. Ophelia,
That's enough.
what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of me.
All right. So he tries to dodge. His radiant energy flies at him, and he dodges it. Yep. Anything else?
Nah, now that Thal's behind me, I'm comfortable just chilling here. That's it.
Elduin.
Gonna try to shoot another javelin at this skeleton again.
Well, now you could engage. It would be 15 feet to walk up to here, so that would be your movement if you want to
Okay.
axe. If you want to.
Yes. However, I don't have the new axe in my equipment right now.
You can just roll with the axe and add a +1 to whatever you roll for damage and attack. Yeah, 15 will strike as you bring the axe down on the skeleton who's trying to stab Ophelia, doing 11 points. And he shatters as you just cut right through him.
Eldon's gonna make a compliment. I like this axe. And
All
then
right.
he's gonna end his turn.
So the skeleton here is going to look towards Gale. And, 18 I'm guessing hits you.
Yep.
So you are shivved for 5. That ends his
Okay.
turn. Thal, what do you want to do?
I guess shoot chill touch at this guy. Try to. Probably has a lot of cover though.
He has light cover from
Okay.
Gale.
All right. I'll still try it at least. 10.
No, 10 is going to miss.
All right.
Flying past. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Gale Wari, what's going on?
You hit me. Now it's my turn to hit you.
All right, so
Nice.
you slash at him. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you take the 5 damage? Didn't look like your health changed.
Oh yeah. Sorry. It is.
Oh.
So you're 11, but 24
Oh,
will strike. Cutting him.
7 points of slashing.
And he
And
is
then-
wounded.
Dagger. That's one's gonna miss. Fuck.
All right. So the skeleton is dead. Clank. What are you gonna do?
5, 15. I'll scoot here and throw a dart into that guy's nostril.
All right. You hurl a dagger at him. Or dart.
Try to.
No, he is going to dodge it. Ophelia.
Bong!
You attempt to toll his dead. Wisdom save fails. So D12, please.
Bong!
All right. He is melted into nothing. So yeah, the party is victorious, and we are at time. So why don't we do MVP votes and end here? As the heroes fight the seemingly unending group of undead in this place. Hordes of
We keep
skeletons.
rolling.
Non-stop action, as someone said. No time for baby stuff.
Osmond, you did a great job getting punched in the face.
Val did as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Val's like, let me check this out. Oh God, they're stabbing me! Help! Help! Why? Why am I here?
Yeah.
All right. So with 5 votes, Eldwin with 2 votes, your MVP.
Oh wow! Again, jeez.
Congrats.
Inspiration number 3.
You take
So I
those
just
hits
really
good.
felt bad for you for like dying so
The
many
pity
times.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Pity MVP.
Pity
Yeah, those
MVP.
I thought you were
inspirations
saying
are-
with 5 votes. I was like, wait, all 5 of us voted for the same person?
No.
Like,
Uh,
wait, oh,
no, it was
okay.
actually pretty split. But yeah, he got 2. All right. Well, good job, everyone. I'm going to take some notes, but I'll be here a bit if you wish to speak about something.
Can I do the good old switcheroo from my intelligence to constitution, like we said earlier?
What's your intelligence and con?
My con's currently at a +0. My intelligence is currently at a +2.
Yeah, sure. You can switch those.
I did,
That's fine.
Want to ask something about wizards in terms of arcane focus, and in the rules, it doesn't specify that magic staffs or that magic staffs are considered magic or arcane focus. Do you consider magic staffs arcane focus, or any kind of like if I got
Quarterstaff
magic
is a focus, but a staff is a focus. It's a difference.
there is.
Yeah, a staff is not generally meant to attack things. It's more like a walking stick. But a quarterstaff is used to beat things. So
Okay.
one is a weapon, one is a focus. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could beat someone with like a walking stick you're using, but it wouldn't be very effective. It's not meant to be used as a weapon.
I know the staff of Magus, if you hit someone with it does extra force damage or something.
I think, yeah, there are magical stabs that are meant to be used as weapons, but in general, a staff is like a focus, not a weapon.
Right.
Staff of the Magus might actually be a quarter staff. I haven't looked at it.
Because I was reading up on magical items. I know if you can break it, it has a chance of killing you or sending you to another fucking realm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what would be really fun, Lou?
Oh, it says it can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff.
Yeah. So that's why, because it's actually can be used as a quarter staff.
What would
What's
be
the
really
rarity
fun
again?
is a deck of many things.
You say that.
Oh, God.
Can we actually wish for one of those?
You can. You're probably not going to get it.
Oh.
You have to roll like a 100 on your item roll. So you have a 1 in 100 chance of getting one.
Yeah.
Deal.
Like those odds.
But
And
still,
then
be
it'll
awesome.
probably just ruin your character anyway, so I don't know if I'd wish for it.
Look, it's
Oh,
all
death
right.
card. Wah wah.
I have the perfect backup character, so I'm fine.
So do I.
I just want to
Carrion's
make sure
grandma?
that Carrion's grandma, and then a man whore, which is perfect.
I should make like a Hall of Fallen Heroes on the Discord so people can write about how they died.
That
Oh,
would
that'd be awesome.
And just
That'd
have
be
someone
amazing.
Pretty cool.
like get killed by a deck of many things. It's happened in my games before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
it's
so
a-
down for you to do that. Can
Oh,
can the
I'd love
man
that.
whore be
you have?
can the man whore be Carrion's grandma's boyfriend?
What? Can what?
I
So-
mean, it could be a client.
Yeah, the man whore is gonna be Carrion's grandma's client.
Man whore. Well, I
So
guess
it
you
is
could be a
fine.
bard. That would be the closest class
It's
to
literally
a
a
man whore.
bar. That is his class.
Okay.
Look, I go for all shapes and sizes and ages. Of course, barring the legal ones.
Hey. Like, I just need to be fulfilled, honey. It's okay.
Everyone
You're an
needs
adult,
their
Carrion.
attention.
Carrion, you're an adult now, okay? It's time you know about adult things. Grandma likes to have fun.
All right, that's fine.
I have
And
a
on that
feeling you'll
note,
get
I'm gonna
so.
head out. Thanks
Yeah.
for the session.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
I'll
Yeah.
end this.
Have
I'll
a
end the
good night.
stream. I'll see you all later.
Yeah.
That's how we-